Vshojo has more skeletons in their closet than Jack the Ripper. What the actual heck, chat? What the actual heck happened with this company? I mean, we knew it was bad, chat, but every day, stay with me, chat. What happens on the Vtuber review? You knew exactly what to say. It got worse. That's right. It absolutely got worse. What's up, everybody? How are you? Good morning. Happy Monday. Holy shit. I am fucking tired after this weekend. Oh my God. We need like a official merch that says it got worse. We need that. I'm out. How does it get worse? That is the question that I'm hoping to answer for you today. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're doing absolutely incredible. I just want to let you know, guys, I am exhausted after this weekend, but you know what? I'm so happy. As it stands right now, chat, I believe we've raised, let me double check. But I believe, guys, hold on. Wait. After yesterday, chat, after signing off, we have raised $16,416. Some other streamers stepped up and raised a ton of money. Thank you guys so much. That is absolutely incredible. I will certainly keep you up to date on all of that. We will be ending that at the end of the day. I will cut that off, so I'll let you know the final number. Let's fucking go. And that's so amazing. I'm tripping out. Oh, God.
Just call my name. I'm yours to tame in the middle of the night.
Yeah, charity buddy. Let's go. I'm so proud of y'all, seriously. Thank you all so much, guys. So I want to let you know, I'm a little tired today. I apologize. I think my voice is, not doing the best. I am going to take it minute by minute, chat. So I'm going to be covering all the Vshojo stuff. I have one other big story I want to talk about. And we have so much stuff to catch up on. We have so much HoloLive news, so much Ninja Sanji news. I mean, a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to try to get through as much as I can.
It's about sending a message.
Yeah, I'm not sending a message. But I will let you know how long I want to go for. I do need to protect my voice a little bit. I do also want to let you know what's up, Junko.
Worse, and it keeps getting worse, and it keeps getting worse.
Yep.
Morning, Elara.
It sure does. I do want to let you know our schedule for the week, chat. I will be taking tomorrow off, guys. I am incredibly in need of a break. I really need to take the day off to relax my voice a little bit, let it recover, all that kind of stuff. I mean, we did like so many streams in a row, so I need to take a little bit of a break tomorrow. I hate taking days off for the subathon, but I need to do it, guys, so I need to do it. So today we're gonna do some news. Tomorrow I'm gonna be off. Wednesday we're gonna do memes and reacts, because we definitely got to do those. Thursday we're gonna be Night Rain. I believe we're gonna be playing Night Rain with Ares from Mythos. Friday we have more news. Saturday we're gonna be doing room review with Kitsu, and then Sunday more news. So it's gonna be a great week. I'm very excited. I wanted to take today off, but I'll tell you, I went and looked at all of the news that was going on, and I'm like, oh no, we gotta talk about this, especially with Camila talking about everything that's been going on. More stories just coming forward. I mean, everybody seems to have some story on what is going on with Vshojo, but guys, Thanatos, that's my thing to say. Everybody, please take a moment and wish Toomsy a very happy birthday. Toomsy works very hard for the community. He is incredible. Please give him some love, guys. Absolutely incredible mod, absolutely incredible friend. Give him some love. But make sure to, I need to probably make an announcement for that. I was so busy this morning. I just, I knew that was going on, but I just didn't have time to type it. Everybody wish Toomsy happy birthday. Happy womb eviction day. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You're old. Man, I thought about taking today off, but no, I wanted to talk about everything that's going on, and maybe we'll keep it short. We'll see what happens. But I do also want to talk about some stuff going on outside of Vshojo. We missed a lot of things, guys. A ton of debuts happened. We're also going to talk about a VTuber that was outed. That is right. They were outed for homophobic and transphobic remarks, chat. We're going to talk about this. We have seen several VTubers label themselves as Christian VTubers. And unfortunately, chat, I'm not going to say that all of them are bad because that's not the case. But in this particular situation, this is somebody that is very, very, yeah. I don't really like to talk about religion. It's not my favorite thing, but this is just blatant. This is just blatant. So we're going to take a look at that. Yeah, we're going to take a look at that. So I want to remind all of you. Oh, God. God, I didn't swallow. I didn't swallow. So I do want to take a look at that. Discuss it. And of course, guys, just a reminder, I'll make sure that you are not attacking anybody.
Before we dive into this story, this is a public
Are we talking about this
PSA.
stuff today?
Do not harass anyone. Do not be mean. We are here to discuss today's story in a very positive and informational way.
Is there a bigger contradiction VTuber space than homophobia and transphobia? It's insane to me that I don't care what space that you're in. Saying these kinds of things is unacceptable. I'm sorry. And if you're gonna be like, oh, well, the Bible says that everybody, that is gay is gonna burn in hell forever. Bruh, you're fucking stupid. Like, you dare say the poo-poo word of my Christian VTuber Minecraft server. Let me to be real, I can't care less about someone's religion. But it shouldn't be forced on religion and beliefs on other people. Exactly, that's exactly how I feel. I mean, it's so crazy to me when everything is so easily explainable away. That's why it's not even should be considered biblically a sin, right? But we'll talk about that. I'll give you my thoughts on that as somebody that is in a lesbian relationship. Obviously, I feel a little strongly about this. Even to this day, chat, I've had people in my family, say horrible things to me because of this, right? So I really feel for anybody that has had to deal with homophobic remarks. It's not okay. It hits home for me a lot. So we're going to talk about, yeah, it's not okay. I hope people are able to reflect on their actions and learn. The point about talking about this is not to attack. The point about it is so that you learn and change your thought processes, right? From a religious person, not fundamentalist. Thankfully, we're supposed to be humble servants, not crusaders. Exactly. Isn't it always supposed to be about love and acceptance and, you know what I mean? Like,
before you get
what the
into the
decade?
news, I figured I would ask, having seen you played many
Yeah.
Souls-like games, I must ask, are you brave enough to endure the torment of ghouls and ghosts?
Ghouls and Ghosts. What it? Oh, is that the one with Arthur? Yeah, is that the one with Arthur from Marvel vs. Capcom?
I'm so
I can't believe
sorry to hear
that guy
that.
got his own
Know
game.
that
That's so
whoever
cool.
you love is completely valid.
I appreciate that, Misa. That's exactly how I feel. That's the one with Arthur. I've not played that, but I'll tell you what, chat. How many subs away are we? We were like 19 subs away. I'll tell you what, chat. If we hit the final boss Sour Gold today, I will play Ghosts and Ghouls or whatever it is for Discord community night. That's what's so I think we're like 19 subs away. If we hit it, I will play Ghosts and Goblins or whatever the fuck it is for Discord community night. Yo, what's up, Doctor? How are you? I'm supposed to be I Love That Neighbor, but they seem to have alternates to Love That Neighbor. You're right, exactly. It's always just some little like, oh, but asterisk. You know what I mean? And I hate that so much. Also, Arthur's one of the funniest characters. I know he really is. He's actually not bad. I think we're only no, we're really close. We're 19 subs away. Yeah, I think we're 19 subs away, so we're pretty close to that one. I'll prepare your last one testament. Don't know. Is it that hard? Nah, no way it's that hard. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't wish any harm on anybody, but I do wish that people will think about what they say and it's instead of being so hateful, right? Take a moment and consider how your words have implications, right? So anyway, we'll start with talking about that. I'll hop into Vshojo stuff and then I'll see if my voice is okay to I'll continue covering some other things. So it's an old NES game. I've seen it before because I know if you beat it, you don't actually beat it. You get to the end and then you have to start all over. and it's harder. You know what I mean? Yo, Nate, thank you for the 5! Stepping on the beat. You get 1 wheel spin. Thank you so much, Nate. I really appreciate you for the 5 gifted. Without initial run. Really need to get some pain. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you for the 5, Nate. I really, really do appreciate it. Okay, let's see what we get. You're not supposed to add extra time. I don't like that. You're supposed to subtract time, chat. Can we do it? Can we do a spin that subtracts time? Yeah, I want to work on that. Hey, can we subtract time from the timer? A little more can be happy we showed you. Well, Camila came forward. A lot of things that she wanted to say. A lot of other people came up talking about their perception and situation and everything. And also we got to talk about how the actual deck was released. The pitch deck for Vshojo was released. And there's some interesting notes in there I want to talk about. But also Mousy talked about some stuff. She said she wanted to graduate over everything. But she obviously changed her mind seeing all the support going on. So we'll take a look at what Mousy had to say. I'll also have to look at what Kason said. Rin talked about some stuff. Sea-Dog. There's some new Legal Mindset videos. So a lot of things that we got to discuss. Thank you again, Nid, for your support. Have you watched The Moon Woke Up? What is that? Is this a D's Nuts joke? I swear to God. I swear to God. But yes, we are going to talk about all that after we open up, of course, with our first story, which is the big one. But how are you guys? Thank you so much for an amazing weekend, by the way. Goddess names, thank you for the 300 biddies. I appreciate you. Oh my God, when Khan came back, we're gonna watch a clip of that, Lala. Because that was so fucking funny. I feel so bad for Khan. She's like, yay, camping, comes back and her phone's just like, it just explodes. I felt so bad for him. Yeah, you raised like 13K, right? So it looks like, Tuxedo, as of this morning, we've raised $16,000 across everybody participating. So, God damn it. It's been upped quite a lot. Exactly, just like that. Just like that. Just thank you for the 100, Chatter Dragon. Are you trying to start a hype train, chat? What are you doing? Yes, Camila also released a song as well. I know she did not monetize it. And that, of course, pointed people towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. So I thought that was great. Did someone just cast Meteor? What the hell happened? Yes. Yeah, he lives here. He lives here. All our V card win. Oh my God, I would love that. I gotta tell you, though, Color, I don't think I'm like big enough to get like my own V card, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yo, shout out, thank you for the 5. Oh shit. You guys popped off so hard this weekend, and now you guys are gonna be trying to sit here and start hype trains. Y'all are doing too much, guys. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of you. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, what do we got? I don't like that. I don't like that. You're not supposed to add time. I'm losing my bikini. I'm losing my bikini over it. Damn it, chat. You might be too big for a card. Yeah, maybe the booba won't fit in my card. Maybe, you know, there's that one card in the base set that's just boobs. Maybe I could be that. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Imagine if I was just the booba. That'd be pretty cool, chat. That'd be pretty cool. The wheel spoke, you stay here forever. Bro, I got 44 hours left. I'm getting out of here soon. What are you talking about? Bro, I'm getting out of here like tomorrow, guys. Look, 44 hours, that ain't nothing. I'm gonna get out of here so quick. I'm gonna be out of here like in like a week, guys. That timer's gonna hit 0. It's gonna be over, guys. I'm gonna be out of here. Oh my God, Darth, imagine if they made my V card the fucking urn. I would cry. I would cry. You didn't know I was just kidding about that timer back up, right? No, you won't. It's not gonna happen. Tell that to Tiffany, Melissa. You said day 25, now it's day 339. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know we're like 100 days behind her, exactly. It's really funny. Need to collect the 5 LR pieces and Boomer one of them, exactly. No, it's left tit, right tit, face, both arms, and the rest of my body. That's how you make it. You tell chat to get Lara this never insult for you. Bro, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great. I'm gonna be out of here soon enough. I'm not gonna be a co-hanger. Shut the fuck up. Y'all are evil, bro. Y'all are evil, bro. Just like this VTuber we're about to talk about. Collect the $7 booba. Why are there 7 pieces of my booba? Doesn't even make sense. There's only 2. How many titty do I have now? You're just making up numbers, chat. You're just adding numbers. Like, what the fuck? How are you guys? Good morning. Well, I'm gonna be kind of be the equivalent of awesome Yu-Gi-Oh monster that only showed up once in the whole show. If I was a Yu-Gi-Oh card, chat, what would my effect be? Yeah, no. If I was in V card, what would my effect be, chat? What would I do? You would be the leaning chair. Okay, you know what, Daniel? You'd be the stupid. How about that? You be the one with the 1 brain cell. How about that? Bro, why is it always boopa? No, I'm talking about effects. What would I do in the game? And since you can't just say your effect is booba, that doesn't make sense. Remove monsters in the field, draw 2 cards. If a world is on your field, you have the people.
I am the stone that is approaching, provoking, havoc.
Y'all can't keep saying that my effect is boopa. That doesn't even make sense. Because all monsters on the field, 2 times defense points. The sight of you would be so overwhelming and send everything to the graveyard. I feel like I would annoy everybody to death. You know what I mean? You know what I want, chat? Maybe somebody can do this. Somebody make, like, okay, look, let me find the right piece of art. Hold on. Oh, you know, the game, Ace Attorney? Type 1 if you know what Ace Attorney is. So, I need a card. I already got this figured out, chat. I need a card of me in this outfit that Nez drew. Papa Nez. So this is my artist Papa. I need art.
Objection!
Yes, that, exactly. I need art of in this outfit going, objection! That would be my art. It would have to be this outfit, though. It would have to be this one. That'd be really cool, though. Like, objection! It's just like in my, like, news, like, room. Objection! Oh my god. A counterspell. Oh, that'd be so cool. But agreed, a pot of alarm. There's 69 turns in this card's activation. You can submit a gross in here. Bro, shut the fuck up. Thank you guys for that, Chin. Y'all are amazing. I really do appreciate all of your support, guys. This weekend, today, y'all are awesome. Let me get a 2-2. What was it that Edgeworth once said? I want to make Whoopi with her. What the fuck? Objection. Last card since get to the Shadow Realm. My card would be objection, and it just your PP gets sent to the Shadow Realm. Did you hear the Motorhead found a new singer? No, I did not. I'm gonna be real, Mr. Big Stuff. I am so sorry to everybody. I'm gonna apologize now. I have not looked at your DMs. I've not looked at your messages. I haven't checked my fucking notifications on any social media for like literally a week. I am so behind on all that. So come on, guys. I'm gonna catch up on all that. I'm gonna try to get back to your messages. I'm so sorry. I'm really doing my best. Just everything that was going on. And then on top of this weekend, it was just impossible. It was too much to keep up with. Also, I'm just gonna apologize ahead of time for the phlegm. I'm gonna be drinking my tea like crazy, so a card similar to Crush Card Viruses. Show support of your little guys might be fun. Oh, that would be cute. Yeah, that would be cute. I know that card too. Yeah, I appreciate it. Congrats on the charity, by the way. Thank you, guys. Look, I couldn't have done it without you, so thank all you guys. Seriously, y'all are amazing. You're the reason that it went on so long. So, and we did so well. Thank you guys so much. How is there more? Ken, there's always more. Look, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew we were gonna talk about it last week. We're probably gonna have one more wrap up. And here's my guess, chat. We're gonna have one more wrap up today, and I'm gonna guess coming up in the next few days, there will be one more big story about Vshojo. One more person is gonna come forward sharing their experiences with everything, and it's gonna be a big one. And then I think we'll be pretty much done with Vshojo stuff, and we won't hear about it for a while. All players gain antlers. How would that even work? Yeah, how would that even work? Going up on my hopes and dreams, I'm just coming, made them all come true. Here's a hug for the dear VTuber. Thanks, I appreciate it. So guys, without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it because again, I'm gonna try to protect my voice as much as possible. Everybody, let's go ahead and hop into our news stories. Everybody, do me a favor and type news, and let's get into it, guys.
The image has to be Alara's booba flopping on the field like the meteor that crushed the dinosaurs. The crush card virus
it should be like
said he's probably dropping everything in 2 weeks, but he could be clickbaiting.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We should the art should be like booba just coming from the sky, and there's just like a VTuber at the bottom, just like. Oh wait, sorry. They're like just looking at the sky, and then there's just like booba, just like coming down like a giant impact. I love that. That's it. That's it. Randy, a better question is probably if we hear from them next month, because mainly it's probably just me legal proceedings. Absolutely, Rania. I think that what I mean by that is we're probably gonna. Why do I look like that? Why do I look like Lord Farquaad? What the fuck? We're probably gonna hear one more big story from somebody related, but we're not gonna hear anything official, Vshojo wise. But I agree with you 100%. That is not my normal transition. Mighty Mouse, what are you doing? Okay, well, guys, don't donate to the link. It's still open. It's still open. So, so first up, chat, as I told you, here is my schedule for the week. If you guys do want to take, look at that or any, why am I moving? Why am I moving, chat? Why is everything so zoomed in? Oh my god! So here's our schedule for the week, guys, in case you missed it. So first up, guys, I don't want to talk about. Hey, Gore Fairy, how are you? I want to talk about a particular story here that's been making around. I'm at a particular VTuber that had some problems with IRIAM. Now, before we talk about this, I want to make sure I say this again, chat. Do not go and attack anybody. Not go after anyone. Just because you disagree with somebody does not mean you should attack them, regardless of the severity of this particular instance. So anyway, let's go take a look here at a particular VTuber. Their name is Johnny Ryushi. Johnny is a Christian VTuber. So that is their own self-appointed title. So Johnny goes on to say, I've been removed from IRIAM's early access program for being a Christian. Now, when I saw that, I said, wait, what? I will sadly be canceling today's debut. I apologize to anybody who was looking forward to it. So that's right, guys. His debut was literally canceled, chat, because apparently he's Christian. So let's take a look at the letter provided by IRIAM. Hi, Johnny. Thank you again for your interest in IRIAM and for your willingness to be part of our early access program. IRIAM is a mobile VTuber app. So I went and looked around there a few weeks ago. Basically, people stream on IRIAM. It's a mobile platform for VTubers. It's kind of cool, actually. They kind of have like the whole kind of TikTok kind of vibe going. It's interesting for sure. So thank you for your interest in IRIAM and for your willingness to be part of our early access program. We truly appreciate the passion and individuality that each applicant brings to the platform. After careful consideration and internal discussion, we want to follow up regarding your current early access status. While we fully acknowledge and respect your rights to personal beliefs, religious expression, and freedom of speech, we also have a responsibility to ensure the streamers in early access program reflect the values of safety, inclusivity, and mutual respect that we uphold at IRIAM. So, again, chat, IRIAM has decided to, break off with them, and will not be allowing them any current early access allowed on the app, so they can't debut on it, etc. Right now, they do go on to say, of course, you have the right to your personal beliefs, religious expression, freedom of speech, all that stuff, right? But they felt like because they did not reflect the values of safety, inclusivity, and mutual respect, they were not going to allow them on the platform. Now, chat. When I first saw this, I went, wait a second. Was this actually because they were Christian? Is that the case? Yeah, chat, that's not actually the case. Let me show you what actually happened here, because I was the same way. I was like, wait a second. No, there's no fucking way. There's actually no fucking way. Oh no, chat. Oh no, chat. And remember, he goes on to say, oh, for being Christian. Let me show you what actually happened here. That's right. So there is a deleted tweet that Johnny, that deleted before he actually ended up posting this right here. And this is really going to change a lot of the narrative. This comes from Heyotia. In fact, you deleted this right before posting to me, so you knew exactly why you got removed from IRIAM. No one cares if you're Christian. They don't want you on their site spreading shit like this. You bragged about being extremely base. That had its consequences. Well, let's take a look. Homosexuality is a sin. Let's not spend a whole month celebrating sin. This month is Pride Month. No, this month is June. Now you see it. How could you say something like that? Period. I don't care what space you're in. I don't care what you are. How could you say something like this to somebody else? As you guys know, I'm bisexual. I am in a relationship with a girl right now. How dare you try to invalidate who I am? And how dare you try to invalidate celebrating a month, Pride Month? This is gross. This is a problem. This right here is a problem. This is not okay. And this kind of stuff are the things that we need to call out in the VTuber community. This is not okay, chat. I'm gonna go look at some reactions to this, and I have some things that I wanna share, right? Because like the thing is, if you're gonna say this, right? Homosexuality is a sin, right? You need to remember that throughout Christian history, throughout the church's history, there's new information and new things that have come forward in our world that lead Christians and other religious people to reconsider their beliefs. Why would you not be smart enough to think about how things evolve and change all the time? You said, oh, well, the Bible said that, so that's it forever. No, the Bible is open for interpretation. It is not just one thing that sits there and that's it. That is the everything ever. Are you gonna be like, oh, well, guess what? Well, Leviticus 5:14 through 15 says if you commit a sin without your knowing, you better go killing an unblemished ram. Are you killing an unblemished ram? Are you taking it that seriously where you're literally upholding Leviticus 5:14 to 15 right now? Are you doing that? No, of course you're not, because things changed. Things change, dude. That is part of religion. Things change. Things evolve all the time. Why would you sit there and say something like that? So everybody always says this, right? Homosexuality is forbidden by God, right? No, what it is it's poor biblical interpretation and your cultural bias that you have imprinted onto the Bible.
Working on the Sabbath? Hand to fist and don't even think about wearing multiple fabrics.
Exactly. This is your poor biblical interpretation. Absolutely insane. Like, let me show you some responses here. Nate goes on to say, Luke 6:37, judge not, lest ye shall be judged, condemn not, lest ye be condemned, forgive ye shall be forgiven. All signs are equal in the eyes of God. Luke 6:41. Why look at a speck of sawdust in your brethren's eye, yet not the log in your own? I mean, why? I'm blown away that you would say something like this. In a day and age where we have so much access to information and to learning and to bettering ourselves, you find this okay to say. I don't like to talk about religion, guys. And I really don't like to talk about, you know, my relationship all the time. But this is somebody directly attacking me right now. And that's not okay. And these people that do this stuff, especially in the VTuber space right now, because this is what I focus on, right?
It also
you saying
says
these things
love
is
thy
not
neighbor.
okay.
So
Yeah,
quit
exactly.
bitching and love thy
Exactly.
neighbor, you hateful book.
We also have somebody here at HN Envy. This comes from Envy Chimera.
Also, I heard from MIM
it's part
that
of IRIAM as well.
apparently the Romans wrote in the homophobic stuff because all the guys were boinking
Yeah.
each other and they needed more
I don't even doubt that. But I have something I want to share with you as well. Here in a second. So, Envy goes on to see me because he was openly transphobic, by the way. I don't know. I didn't see proof behind this, but again, I'm just showing you some reactions. IRIAM is a mobile VTuber platform. IRIAM didn't want somebody using religious beliefs to spew hate, as that's harmful to both the marginalized group and attributes transphobia as a religious right of Christians. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't understand how somebody could say this and be hateful like this in a day and age where we're able to have conversation and think forward and look at the Bible as something that was written a long time ago that is not literally the word end all be all, right? It's left for interpretation. There's a lot of things that even the Christian church has gone on to look into information about people, how cultures evolve, and reconsider their beliefs and part of that. That to me is what religion is, taking things that have happened, taking the word of these lessons of being good to your neighbor, things like that, right? And using them to teach modern lessons. But unfortunately, we have somebody here that is just not doing that at all. You know, within the Bible, right? There's like 6 passages that talk about same sex, like, you know, sleeping together, right? Like same sex eroticism, I guess would be the right word, right? But nowhere does it mention that about same-sex relationship with like love and being mutual about it, right? Like, you know, the amount of like data involved in everything, chat, surrounding how sexuality in cultures like operate, right? The data surrounding how sexuality in cultures and how like the Bible just operates and how it was written, right? What they're condemning in the Bible is completely different from committed same-sex partnerships that we know and we see today. What was in the Bible that they are sitting there and condemning is nothing like what is going on today. This book document was written thousands of years ago. How can we look at that and say it is going to be accurate and helpful for everything today? In every case, it's not. It's literally not. It's impossible. I really don't like talking about religion, but this to me, chat, I don't think this is a true Christian. I don't think this is somebody that is actually here to love thy neighbor, to
Leviticus 29,
spread
if there
love
is anyone
to
who
other
curses
people, to
his father
teach
or his mother, he shall surely
the
be
proper
put to
word
death. He has
of
cursed his
what
father
you believe
or
in.
his mother. His blood guiltiness is upon him. When you do that, I listen to you.
Interesting. I didn't know that one. I totally gonna put the Ram one out because it's so ridiculous, right? And like, doesn't the Bible mention like unicorns and dragons? Like, are we really gonna look at the Bible and be like, oh, well, unicorns and dragons are real? Like, no, of course not. This is somebody that is using this identity here to share hate. And I don't like that. I think that is so wrong. And I want to make sure that we talk about it and we call this out, chat. I don't want you to attack this person,
not cherry picking,
but
like
this
a
stuff we need to
judgmental
talk
piece
about
of
and
work.
call out. The most tactful way it can say is that people like this use it to survive their venomous hatred. Rather than learn to understand and listen to others, if you cannot break bread and converse with somebody, you're not what embodies your skinwalker. I've never been bedridden in the Bible. You can't love one of the same sex. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything within the Bible always points to like a same-sex, like, erotic relationship, right? Or, I'm sorry, same-sex eroticism, but it never points to, like, an actual relationship. And so, I fully support what IRIAM is saying right here, right? Like, letting them go. Absolutely. What they just said does not reflect the values of safety, inclusivity, and mutual respect. This right here is pure hate speech. This right here is spewing hate under a banner. And because of this now, this VTuber was not able to debut, chat. They lost their debut over this. And honestly, I'm sorry. That sucks. But you can't be saying stuff like this. You cannot say things like this. And I hope for you, Johnny, that you take the feedback that people are giving you and think about how you can better your mindset and how you can change yourself. Because this type of hate is not okay. It's not okay. You lost everything now because of the fact that you spewed hate. And I really, really hope that you're able to shift your mindset. I'm not here to attack you. I don't want anybody to bother this person. I hope that they learn their lesson. Absolutely horrible, chat. Absolutely horrible thing to say. Exactly. We're literally here for just, clarification, communication, guys. I preach this often, and I don't mean this in like a religious way. I never talk about religion, which is very rare for me, by the way. I really had to go out on a limb on this one, but the biggest thing for me, guys, is when we talk about stuff, is I want this to be a conversation of learning and education. I don't want this to be a conversation of, oh, kill the beast, kill the beast. Like, no, we're gonna talk about it, and hopefully, when people do this kind of stuff, we call out this bad behavior. Absolutely horrible thing to say. And again, I have family members that have said this similar things to me, right? They said I'm gonna burn in hell forever. And it's really sad that, again, we are not open to looking at modern day culture, modern day people, and adjusting how we think. Because we're looking at a book that's thousands of years old and taking that as the gospel. I hope they do learn. I really do. Really, really do hope they learn. And I like talking about any politics, and I certainly don't like talking about religion, but this one I had to take a stand on, Chad. So anyway, there's a story of this VTuber that was just added about getting canceled as part of IRIAM. So there you go, chat. What's your thoughts about it? What do you think about it? What do you say this person is wrong, but you still defend Kirsch? Which he says that I've never said that. When have I ever said that, Ivan? I think you are horribly misinformed, as I have never said that. Unfortunately, Ivan, I think you fall into the category of the people that were not able to nuance the facts that I did not support Anna's document because it was poorly written. And that was my feedback, that Anna's document was horribly, horribly written, and it didn't do a very good job in actually calling out Kirsch for anything, right? But unfortunately, I think that you were not able to take that as a nuanced statement and took that as I just am transphobic. Like, what? That makes no sense. As I say, I've stated multiple times that I disagree with Kirsch. This is not a space that we allow any type of bigotry or transphobia at all. So I'm very shocked that you would say that, Ivan. So if you're willing to provide some type of support to your statement, I will hear you out right now. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. I'll give you just a second while I take a sip of my drink. I'm super up for a conversation. I'm super up for a conversation, but please don't accuse me of something that I don't agree with, because I definitely 100% do not allow bigotry and transphobia in my community. I'm drinking my drink right now. I'm drinking my drink right now. Unfortunately, and Ivan, I don't put any bad will towards you. I just think that you're misinformed. And I think that, unfortunately, Twitter spews this kind of stuff. If you disagree with one thing, then you're obviously on the other side, right? Of course not. Of course not. There is a lot of nuance in every situation, right? So I want to make sure that I make this clear, that if you're misinformed, that's okay. But before you type something, make sure that you're 100% about it. I will take your silence as you have moved on or don't want to address it. So, as someone who wants to trans women and wonderful people, trans, LGBTQ people, are great, wonderful people, around here, just people just like red us. Exactly. 100%. Some of my very best friends in the world are trans. You know what I mean? You can lecture others, but they cannot speak back. Oh, no, absolutely. They can totally speak back. That's what I'm saying. I'm allowing him to speak back right now. Yeah, definitely offering up the opportunity for them, a narrative to speak back. Absolutely. They can totally say whatever they want. Like I said, though, I believe that because they haven't said anything, their silence speaks volumes. So I'm going to move on. Yeah. No, I mean, the floor is open right now. Yeah, floor is absolutely open. Said it once in a stream before. People tend to forget you can defend one thing while criticizing another. Exactly. Unfortunately, nuance is lost. If they hold opposite belief, would they still be allowed? Absolutely, of course. Why would I ban somebody because they hold an opposite belief? That's not the space that I create here. I don't ban people based on opposite beliefs. I ban people that are hateful, and I ban people that break my TOS rules or bridge TOS, right? If you believe something different, that's totally fine. That's a big thing in my stream. I am open, and we have conversation around all kinds of different viewpoints. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but I've been watching for a very long time. Watched that stream, and I was very disappointed. Well, Ivan, I'm really sorry that you feel that way. I hope that you're able to, maybe you didn't divulge my message 100%, but that still doesn't answer my question, right? If you accuse me of being transphobic and defending Kirsch, where did I say those things, right? And also, where's your proof of that, right? So I'm going to ask you again for that. I agree. Yeah. No, this is a horrible look. I think for other Christians that accept people for who they are, right? I just stand for more classical Christian word. And it's, that's fine narrative. That's totally fine. However, I would still advise to you that saying something of this nature, and essentially this other person was accusing him, right, of being openly transphobic. I don't have the proof on that. I have to see that. But again, using religious beliefs to spew hate, that's not okay, right? You can still have a more classical belief of Christianity and still be kind and accepting, right? But yeah, to go back to what you said, Ivan, if you're disappointed, that's fine, whatever, right? But I think you've defended transphobic people who are popular. I mean, and I appreciate your opinion. I'll tell you that you're wrong, but you're entitled to your opinion. If there is anything that, if there is anything within the Kirsch, so why are we talking about Kirsch, by the way? Like, we talked about this so many times. Why are we talking about this? But what I'm saying is that in that article, so let me spell it out for you. In that article, Hannah did a very poor job in actually going after Kirsch, right? He did a very, very poor job. Very, very poor job. And I called out that entire document based on that fact. I think that she did a very poor job at it. That doesn't mean that I agree with Kirsch on the things that she said. And I think that's the point that you don't understand. I've said before in the stream after, I don't agree with Kirsch on a lot of things. Some of the things that she said, I don't like. I really don't like. Maybe you missed that. I don't know. And I'll say it once and I said it again, just like I said on the stream after. I don't allow bigotry and transphobia in my community. I don't. It's not something allowed here. I like pancakes, you hate waffles, right? And unfortunately, that's what this situation mostly became about the Anna stuff, right? I mean, we're going to open the can of worms. You might as well fucking open it. This was the attack that I received on Twitter, right? I called out Anna for the things that she said. They were not very well sourced. They were not very well written. And because of that, people decided to say, oh, guess what? You clearly are defending Kirsch, right? That's not the case. And that's not the case at all. I do not agree with her on a lot of things. That's it. You know? It's okay. I know it's hard. It's hard. Nuance is tough. And I get that, right? So it's very, very tough. It's very, very tough. And I get that, Ivan, but I hope by talking about this openly today, and I'm sorry to derail, chat, but Ivan, I hope that by talking about this, we can come to an understanding, right? My point about talking about it is I want you to understand that anything I talk about, anything that you talk about, or anybody here that we talk about, there's nuance, right? And if you don't understand, instead of attacking, just ask me. Just ask me. And maybe I took your first statement as an attack. I mean, a little bit. Maybe it wasn't meant that way, but if you have a question, I'm always open to re-explain something or address a little bit more. Stuff like that, right? I'm literally open to add on and address it in great detail if you need, right? So, and I appreciate that, right? I also don't want you to think that I've defended Kirsch and everything, right? Because there are things that I have disagreed with her very heavily on. And maybe you missed that part. And you know what? That's okay. Now you know now. Right. And you can't participate in public discourse without a minimal grasp of what nuance is. But to get back to our topic, again, and I appreciate your conversation, Ivan. I hope that we can both, high five each other right now and learn to move on. But my point of covering this, chat, is there's a difference between being accepting and loving and being somebody that is religious, right? And there's somebody that uses the title as a shield, as a sword, and says hateful things, That's okay, Ivan. It's okay. It's quite all right. I understand. It's okay. It's really okay. And I appreciate you wanting to be open to talk about it. That means a lot. You know what I mean? That's quite okay. And I hope that, again, we can high five each other, right now, and we're good. I don't hold anything against you. We are good. And I appreciate you sharing your opinion, just as everybody. Now, if your opinion is homosexuality is a sin, well, yeah, you might be out of here. But, otherwise, I'm always up to have a discussion. So, of course, Yummy, absolutely. I mean, again, apparently this person was transphobic. I haven't seen that yet, but, again, this person is not somebody that should be allowed in the community without some type of reform or educating them why this is wrong. I hope that they know this is wrong. Right, they can't cancel me if I'm religious. You can't cancel me if I'm Christian. I mean, here's the thing, there's so many lovely VTubers that are Christian, right? And they're very forward about their faith. I think that Silent Bell. Do you guys know Silent Bell? I think you guys know Silent Bell. I've known Silent for a long time. She has been one of my friends for a very, very long time. I've known her almost a year since I started, right? She's very forward about her beliefs, but she's also one of the kindest, nicest people I've ever met. And I think that she is one of the people that I would look towards as somebody that is, quote unquote, a good Christian, right? She's kind. She loves thy neighbor. She's accepting. She talks about how her beliefs has guided her in a positive way. I'm not a religious person, but looking at what she does, I look at her with a lot of admiration, right? Because even though she's forward with her beliefs and things like that, which isn't inherently a bad thing, she also continues to be a good person and support other people and love people, and I think that's incredible. So I kind of gassed up and glazed silent for a little bit. So yeah, as I say, for yeah, just a lot of hate, you know. So you know, I just don't find that okay. We got to talk about it. We got to bring it out in the light, chat. So, you know, sunlight is the best bleach. Wait till Johnny learns about Greek history, and especially Spartan Argos. Yeah, like, I'm not really like a history buff, but didn't like a bunch of like guys like fuck each other, like all day long? Like, weren't the Spartans like gay as fuck? Like they didn't have women, so they just were like, you know, chat like. On the right, yeah. Me should have had a problem with it being called Prime Month, because that's like actually a sin. Yep. Argos are literally 2-man squad lovers back to back fighting. Yeah, like. Oh goodness gracious. So, imagine learning history. I mean, I don't know everything, but I don't know. We need to have an open mindset to learn and better ourselves. That's all I ask everybody. Just like Ivan and I did. We talked, we high-fived, and you know, we're learning, and I love that. That's actually, and Mari, oh my god, right? Right? Holy shit. And that's, in a nutshell, guys. Do you remember that I used to, I still run it, but you guys know Vtuber Academia, right? Vtuber Academia is my company, and I do a lot of consultation work and educating people, right? I love moments like this that Ivan and I just had, because to me, news is talking and education, right? This is something that we get to learn together and we talk about and have a discussion. I love education and learning, right? And talking about these things, we learn together. I learn because I go, oh my God, this person is fucking horrible. Why would you say something like that? But also, I got to look up Leviticus 5:14 that says, if you commit a sin without knowing it, you got to kill an unblemished ram. I didn't know that before. But you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. It just like, I learned, even if it's like a meme or something funny, right? Obviously, this is a horrible, horrible thing to say, right, Mari? But yeah, I'm so sorry to bring you into that. But I mean, like, we learn together and we talk about stuff and we grow as a person, right? You listen to today's stream and maybe you grow as a person, right? And same for me, and I love that. And that's why I'll always do news. I love it. The ram, bro, what did I do, bro? Yeah, exactly. They're like, aren't dragons and unicorns, hold on, dragons and unicorns in Bible? Isn't it like a thing? Yeah, the Bible mentions both dragons and unicorns through the depictions different from modern. But like, bro, we're gonna look at the Bible and be like, oh my God, yes, dragons and unicorns are real. Like, you know, like, oh my God, dragons are real. Bro, just read the Bible. Dragons are real. Like, I know I'm making a meme out of that, but yeah, I mentioned some. Holy chat. Oh my God, what a revelation. And look, I'm not here to make fun of anybody's faith or anything like that. I sometimes I like to make memes, right? But I'm not here to make fun of anybody's faith, because what you believe in is yours and yours alone to own. But when you impress it upon people and when you say hateful things like this, you've crossed the line. That's too much. Guys, you believe in whatever you want to believe, the fullness or lack thereof, and I support that 100%. As long as you're not trying to put it on me or other people and spew hate, I support you. You know, go for it. You know, whatever makes you happy, do it. I wonder if they have the giant snails like in the old manuscript. Wait, they had giant snails? Angelican Bible is the one that mentioned dragons and unicorns. Gotcha. Angelican is like the Fate series? What? What? How is the Bible like the Fate series? That's an insane statement. Yeah, that's an insane statement. This is real. Oh my God, sin's in the Bible? Crazy stuff. Well, they were fighting for the Holy Grail. Oh, that's true. Not fate. Oh my God. Waifu Jesus is real the whole time. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna move on past this story, but you know, I wanted to show this to you really quick. So, guys, let's also talk about something going on. So, speaking of old stories that we're gonna open up here, I do want to talk about Taiga here for just a second, chat. So, it's been a while since we talked about Taiga. And as you guys know, Taiga, their YouTube was taken down. They had some problems with it. They lost all their channels. And there was a big fundraiser to raise a bunch of money for them to get their stuff back. Well, they made a very large donation towards Iron Mouse's Immune Deficiency Foundation fundraiser, right? Well, I do want to talk about, I guess I want to call this the conclusion to this situation. So Taiga actually recently addressed what happened with their legal stuff, right? So let's go take a look at what Taiga had to say about what happened. Unfortunately, guys, it's not the ending that we wanted. It really, really sucks. But I'm gonna let Taiga tell you about it. So here we go.
Around, I think it's been a year exactly on the dot, give or take. My YouTube channel was deleted, and
yeah, it's been about a year.
Whole situation.
It's been about a year. That's crazy.
And then there was like a whole drama and everything, and you know, like we kicked up a fuss, made the GoFundMe, and we used a good chunk of that, not like most of it, but like I want to say like 60% of it we used to hire some lawyers and just try to get the channel back. All attempts we've made to get in contact with YouTube have failed. It's not even that they've like necessarily told us like, hey, no, you're not getting the channel back. It's that we literally just like they're just like not really willing to respond to our lawyers.
That sucks. So it's not like I get that, just like Taiga said, it's basically like the lawyer said, hey, we want to reach out and try to figure out what's going on. Can you get back with us? And YouTube says like, nope, we don't want to talk to you. That sucks.
To our attempts to get in contact. Like there's just like no discussion
that
can even be had, unfortunately. Same generic response as always, right? Like it's the usual stonewall as they call it. So that's the bad news. Unfortunately, we're probably not getting the channel back. That really sucks. Not surprised, unfortunately. Yeah.
It really does suck because unfortunately, like, I think that was the outcome we kind of all expected. And it's not the one we wanted to hear, though. You know what I mean? Like, we really did not want to hear that on the half of Taiga, but I know they're still streaming on Twitch, but nonetheless, it still sucks, right?
There was no guarantee that we were going to get it back. We kind of knew that going in, but we went to some lawyers who had success getting other people's channels back that were taken back for the same reason. So I, you know, part of me when we went into it, I was like, oh man, you know, like maybe it could really happen, and I would be so happy if it happened. But it didn't happen. And that's just, it's just the way it is. I'm gonna keep trying. Like, I'm gonna keep sending in appeals because the channel doesn't, like, officially get deleted until 2029.
That's good. I really do hope that they do continue to kind of, like, put the pressure on them. Like, I know it seems hopeless right now, but hopefully if Taiga, like, keeps at it, you know, that continuation, right, that endeavor to keep it will hopefully come through. And I would advise the same thing, like, just keep trying, you know, but that sucks.
Or something. So, like, there is a way to continuously send in appeals. I don't think they're going to be accepted.
That's hilarious, Hagfish.
Like, I'm just going to keep doing it forever. We also have, like, some fan channels and stuff that, like, you know, put out good content. But it is what it is. Ultimately, like, it really sucks. It really sucks. But this does leave us in a bit of a situation. The amount of money we have left is $5,938.46 American. That translates to about, like, $8,086.99 Canadian. With the Vshojo drama going on right now, to me, it just kind of makes sense to donate it there. I'd rather.
I don't believe that he has access to the. They don't have access to the video files because the channel's just gone. It's just deleted.
Not have it. It's like a weight off my conscience just to not have it at that point. So yeah, that's the update though. It's basically I'm not getting the YouTube channel back probably anytime soon.
But I think it's amazing that they decided to donate it to IDF, right? What a great way to take something really, really bad that happened, but take all the money that was donated from everybody for the legal fund and forward it over. I think that's just incredible. So good on Taiga for real.
And we're gonna donate the remaining money. I did an announcement on my Discord server. I just want to make sure it's okay with you guys, right? That we donate the rest to charity. Yeah, like we're good. This is a good charity.
I think everybody is very much in agreement. That is totally fine.
To smooth over, because it is your money, you know what I mean? Like ultimately you guys raise that for legal funds, and you know,
Let's go, silly.
I just want to make sure we're good. We're on the same page. Okay. So part of me was debating, like, we'll use the 6K. It's about 6K, right? USD. It's about 6K from the remaining money we have left. And then I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could just like dig into my own savings and put out 10K. Don't dip into your funds, dork. Well, I don't know, because the way I see it, you know, what am I gonna do with all that money anyway? I've been sitting on the remaining funds from like the lawyer fees and stuff for
I don't blame you, Jack.
like a couple months now.
Yeah, YouTube has definitely evolved into something really, really horrible. But again, chat, so Taiga donated all this money because they took some out of savings, and then of course they added the rest of the remaining funded from the lawyer stuff and donated. I mean, guys, that is so fucking base. Like, actually, you know, like, seriously, Pipsqueak. I think for a long time, the Taiga has been painted in such a negative narrative. You know what I mean? Like, so many people said some shit. We go back to the Nuck stuff. We go back to the Marina stuff. I mean, so many things, right? And through all of this, Taiga has continued to be a very a force for good, right?
Like we haven't had anything to do with it, and I don't know, man. Like, so basically, it's like half of that is from you, half of that is from me, and together, that makes a whole donation. Peer pressure me, chat. Peer pressure me. Do it, you pussy. Okay. With love, Gao Gao. From our community. We're doing it. Oh my god, it's so much. Oh my god, I can't afford this. Okay, let's go. Okay. It's done.
Yeah, that Taiga was
money for, like, you know, retirement. This is my retirement fund, but fuck it, guys. I don't know, man. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know? I want to do something good in this life before it's too late. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? VTube Studio, baby.
That is a huge impact, and I know that everybody will see this and be extremely grateful, and of course continue to support Taiga. So I'm glad at least we got kind of like a final wrap, not really wrap up, but like we finally learned at least what happened. And even though it's not the answer that we wanted, right, I really do hope that they continue to endeavor to get it back. You know, don't give up. Keep sending those appeals in, and hopefully Taiga gets their stuff back, chat. I wish them all the best. Send them some hearts and love, and we will check in with them hopefully soon. Also, guys, that kind of is my segue something to talk about the updates on Vshojo, chat. So let's go talk about what's happening with the Vshojo. A lot of new stories kind of came to light, but I did want to point out this account here, the Love Every X account. I spread love and positivity towards mostly everybody. Everybody except Vshojo. I hate Vshojo. This tickled me, bro. This is so funny. Just like, hate Vshojo. That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. I love that. I love that. I had to show you guys that because that just absolutely killed me. But as you guys know, Cotton went. Vshojo was the disappointment of the century. Absolutely, Mari. Vshojo was like goals for me, right? Crazy that all this happened. But you know, Cottontail went camping for 3 days as all of this happened and came back to the world on fire. However, we've not been able to listen to her actually say it. So, here you go, guys. I'm gonna let Cotton tell you about what happened when she came back because it was crazy. Again, she was camping for 3 days. All this stuff went down. He had no internet connection at all, chat. Zero. And all this happened and she came back.
Went to the woods for 3 days. 3 days. And when I came back, a fucking nuclear bomb went off. Let's talk about it, shall we? Yeah, I'm a fucking
That's
seer.
insane.
I went on vacation 3 hours before a bomb went
Poor
off.
Cotton,
okay,
actually.
and I came back to the whole world upside down. What the fuck? What the fuck happened? Like, actually, it was crazy. I'm gonna pull you in for a sec, okay? I'm gonna turn off the TTS for a sec. Hey, guys, what the happened? I literally came back.
God was
like
holding together the
Ant-Man.
world chat. We just didn't
What
know
the
it.
hell happened here? What happened? It was insane. I went on a little trippy poo. And it was
That is
fantastic.
crazy.
And it was everything I needed because, like, I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit too connected to things. We're gonna put on some chill music. I'm a little too connected online. Like I check my phone all the time, and like I think if you're always on social media, it kind of f***s your brain. I'll say it. And so I just needed a little bit of a break. So
I'm a real chat. This is why I constantly don't get on Twitter. Like I take like multiple days off Twitter at a time. I only check my notifications about every 2 days now. Yep, because she's absolutely right. But here it is from Cotton Chat coming back to the world. Absolutely imploding. Like, holy shit. So when VTuber goes on break or vacation and the VTuber world implodes, somebody said that like, until was like the anchor being. I'm like, I'm pretty sure all of the news tubers together are anchor beings. If we ever go on vacation, everything just fucking explodes. Like, oh my god, poor Cotton. Imagine coming back to that chat. I do want to share with you, though, because a lot of people had questions about the NDAs. So it's a little bit of a nuanced answer, but this is deemed they are a licensed lawyer. Vshojo is not officially filed bankruptcy. They have not dissolved. Contracts are still in place. NDAs are still in place. Please review your contracts before you say anything on the matter. Please sign anything at all with them. Now, again, this is nuanced, right? Because, yeah, exactly, Daniel. You know, of course, this person goes on to say, on a technicality, the NDAs are still in place. However, Vshojo has no money to enforce them, right? V is actually perfectly fine. Doubly so because if they try to open up a new avenue for former talents to go after money they're owed. So it is kind of like a catch 2020, right? Like, you know, hey, you're not supposed to talk about stuff, but if you do, they're going to have to try and enforce it. Now, I mean, I advise not to, but either way, just with NDAs, guys, you got to be careful. Anyway, let's go check in here with Nanner's boyfriend, Athel, who talks a lot about the NDAs and why Nanners cannot talk and speak about the situation before.
Like, dude, how could you not tell anyone? It's like massive litigation. She did tell people privately, and how much shit. I mean, they leverage harassment against people, saying if you say anything, so and so is going to be harassed.
That's the big thing about this chat is, when you're in a situation like where you have an NDA, you can tell some people, like you're probably telling people in private, right? But if it gets out, I mean, Vshojo was looked to be at their tippy top, right? They looked to be that they were fine, right? Financially, we didn't know otherwise. So they weren't able to talk about it because they were worried about, of course, litigation, right?
Mouse is going to be harassed. This person's going to be harassed. If you say anything, they're going to be harassed. They're going to be harassed. Don't say anything. You're not going to say anything, right? You'll be sued. They're going to get harassed. Now imagine them doing the same thing on other sides. Oh yeah, Nyan's leaving because she doesn't like this anymore. She's greedy. She doesn't like this. So like, yeah, I probably shouldn't talk to her. Bro, they fucking lied. So if you see a fucking dumbass Redditor, fucking stupid ass armchair lawyer, wannabe fucking stupid cuck say that shit, like, they have no fucking idea what they're talking about, man. Nyan is a god. She's a fucking god. She tried her best. She genuinely tried her best. Like, holy fuck. I'd love to see that stupid cuck try to handle this shit, dude. Jesus Christ. No, it wasn't even 4chan. It was fucking Reddit, dude. Even worse, bro. I'd rather read a dox thread about my asshole on 4chan than read armchair Reddit lawyer dipshit cuck losers. Talk about this shit, dude. Holy fuck, man. Holy fuck. Actually, an NDA isn't for anything illegal, so they should have said something. Holy fuck, dude. The only NDA you've ever signed is at the beginning of a fucking FromSoft game, you stupid cuck loser. Holy shit, man. That's the only terms and conditions you ever agreed to, you
I mean, of course he's raging. It's his girl,
bitch.
right? Like, a valid crash out.
Rage. Sorry about that, guys.
Absolutely valid crash out. So, I want to show you this because, again, like, you know, NDA stuff, it is very nuanced. Just be careful, guys. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, Iron Mouse actually did go on to add a little bit to Athel's stream. Iron Mouse wanted to say, the amount of lies I was fed while he looked me directly in the eyes. My trust in my heart is broken beyond repair. I'd be told certain things about people, and I would feel like I was losing my sanity because they were fine with me when we spoke, but they would tell me they hated me, so I started questioning my reality. Guys, I don't know if you noticed this, but now I'm going to point it out now. There was a time after Centrea left, and Iron Mouse and Centrea unfollowed each other. This was before Iron Mouse, you know, released all their information. I think that, unfortunately, I think that maybe there was a bit of information not being shared at that point and trying to separate the talents. It makes a lot more sense now, if you think about it. Even people I worked with, and I was just like, what the fuck? How? I just saw them at an event. What do you mean? They would tell me artists hated me. That's so fucked up. Yeah, there's like, how could you hate Iron Mouse, dude? She's the one person in the world. Crazy. Continuing here, Kevin also talks about that he is under NDA. Can't say anything under NDA. Kevin is a breaker for a lot of VTubers that work for Vshojo. He did some lots of other models, but I almost wonder here. I wonder if he maybe was not paid. We saw a lot of other artists, purveyors, riggers, things like that, not paid, chat. I do wonder if Kevin also falls under that category. I guess only time will tell. We just have to wait. Yeah, he probably knows some stuff, but we have to wait, guys. We have to wait. So let's go check in here with Kinso. Kinso was actually somebody that, joined as a talent manager, right? Some very nice words they wanted to share. They quickly learned about the culture that throughout interactions with the community. I directly managed 5 VTubers at different periods of time. I'll forever be grateful for the trust each creator shared with me. What I found most interesting about working with different creators simultaneously was that each of them brought a unique perspective and energy to their craft. Giga, ingenuity; Haruka, authenticity; Ahime, pure joy; Matara, passion; and Zen, integrity. They help me understand that creating is the greatest form of self-expression. There's an audience for everything we want to express. It's a matter of how you choose to share it. So these are the talents, unfortunately. These are the people behind the talents that I've had to suffer because of Vshojo's horrible decision-making. It's very possible they always pay me in time. That was 3 years ago. Maybe one of us getting talents money. Better consent. Yeah, I forgot you worked with them, Mari. I'm glad you got paid, girl. I think that there's just no telling how deep the rabbit hole goes on this one, you know? I do want to go back to the original message when Vshojo tweeted out, hey, this was their initial, like, we're shutting down map. Even Jacksepticeye said, keeping charity money is some movie villain shit. Like, he's not lying, chat. He ain't lying about it. Like, oh my God. Absolutely so true. Absolutely so true. So there were a bunch of companies that were working alongside Vshojo that have decided to adjust some things. So Pixel Expo goes on to say, message from the Pixel team, Pixel Expo and Iron Mouse event for 2025. Due to recent developments, we understand you may have questions about Iron Mouse's digital appearance at Pixel Expo. We're working hard with their team regarding your attendance. We'll get more details to be able to update everybody with any additional information. In our continued support of Mouse Seed, the Pixel Expo team will expanding our charity efforts to include IDF and hope our community will join us in supporting this charity. Absolutely amazing. So I'll definitely give you the update on that when it comes through, chat. In other news as well, Stoneforge actually was supposed to have a collab with Michi Mochivi. They said, due to the events that have transpired with Vshojo, we just want to give an update with regards to the release of the Michi Mochivi cases. Please rest assured that we will get the collaboration. It's still going to go ahead. However, some things to be reorganized behind the scenes. Michi PC case release date is being pushed back August 1st. So somebody cosplaying Michi, and of course the case is right here. So looks like everything's okay, chat. Still going to happen. It's still going to be a thing. Probably going to remove the Vshojo stickers, otherwise it's going to happen. So as well, guys, we also have Gloomy Bear. Gloomy Bear did a collaboration with Vshojo as well. It says, starting today, all Gloomy Bears / Iron Mouse collaboration items sold on the Gloomy Bear store will have profits from the sales donated to IDF as well. We'll be making donations every month on the 15th until all items have sold out. Working with Miss Iron Mouse on the project was a pleasure, and we hope for her continued success. So absolutely incredible. Good on you, Gloomy Bear. I love that. I love that so much. Speaking of other collaborations, Tato actually just announced a collaboration with K-Son and Iron Mouse, and they have had to make an announcement on that. We are sorry about any concern or inconvenience caused by the recent series of events with Vshojo, right? Due to the withdrawal of Iron Mouse and K-Son from Vshojo, we regret to inform you that we decided to temporarily suspend the acceptance of pre-orders for these products. Again, these were the Iron Mouse in case on items, they will not be up for pre-order anymore. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense. It just sucks. You know, everybody loses, right? Businesses lose, collaborators lose. It's just horrible. I did want to share with you guys something here really quickly. This isn't really like super unusual, but a lot of people are kind of talking about it, so I want to bring it up. So we tweets out, "Hey, fun fact, Vshojo, founded in San Francisco, SF, is actually receiving tax benefits from being registered from Delaware." So as you see here, chat, it looks like they were founded here, their initial filing date, California, and then of course they refiled in Delaware. And that's because they have a very flexible formation process and tax structure. There's a lot of benefits for them that way. I will say that this is pretty normal. This isn't like some kind of super crazy thing, right? Like a ton of businesses do this. Just like a lot of businesses will put their headquarters in Texas because of certain like laws. They get tax breaks, things like that. But just want to let you know. Yeah, this isn't really like a gotcha moment or anything like that. But I did just at least want to share. I saw it going around. So some people are like, "Oh, they're lying to us." It's like, well, they're probably doing it to save tax money. They're just using what's available to them. If they have a business address they can use, they're probably using it to their full extent. So typical business stuff, right, chat? Typical business stuff. But did want to point it out at least to you. Really, I didn't know that size 7. Interesting. I asked one of my friends who does a lot of assistance in setting up businesses and stuff like that. They said this was not really abnormal. And I figured it was pretty normal as well. So Amelie is stepping up as well. Amelie has decided that unfortunately a lot of artists have come forward saying they've not been paid. So Ama is alongside Mousy, Michi, and everybody else saying if you've not been paid for projects and you work through Vshojo, please contact them so that way they can make it right. So I just think that it is crazy to me that Vshojo dropped the ball, left everybody just with holding their hands out, and the talents are kind enough to pick up where they left off. I just, wow, that's so inspirational. You know what I mean? Like taking accountability and responsibility like that is just incredible to me. You know what I mean? So absolutely amazing. And now, chat, let's talk about all the Vshojo new news. I want to talk about a few people that have come forward talking about money owed. Well, chat, that's right, guys. Panora Virtual Reality Japan, Japanese news outlet, apparently is owed money by Vshojo. That is right. The Time House accused Vshojo of non-payment of donations on July 22nd, one after another talents who had signed agency contracts with the company announced their departure, and the business was closed down officially. Explanations were given. Note that our company, Panora Pro, is also party to this matter, as we have outstanding payments from Vshojo. What the fuck? Everybody's out money. What the fuck? That is insane, dude. That is insane. Vshojo owes everybody, man. On top of that, even our culture, there's their experience as well. So I'm gonna let Dear I'm gonna let her read this out, so that way I can protect my voice a little bit. So, yeah, tell us what's going on with our culture.
I just realized I was never under contract with Vshojo, so I can say whatever I want. I think it's fair that I share my own experience as well. While it wasn't nearly as intense or harmful as what others have gone through, it still left a lasting impression on me.
Well, in anything that gives context is important, right?
A while back, I took a step outside my comfort zone and began exploring my first official collaboration with a company. Up until then, I had worked almost exclusively with indie creators, so this was a big shift for me. That company was Vshojo, and I genuinely wanted to work with the incredible talents they represented.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's everybody's merch
dream. I spent several months and thousands of dollars of my own money developing ideas and even producing physical merch samples to pitch. One of the first major concepts I brought to them was a collaboration with K9 Kuro. I designed and produced a full render with our small team and even a real jacket based on
That's
his
so
look.
cool. A
To my
jacket,
surprise
too.
and excitement, the team really liked it. Meetings were progressing, and things seemed promising.
Bro, okay. How many stories, chat, have we looked at? They go, oh my god, everything looks so good. And then all of a sudden, everything just fucking died. Like, how many Vshojo stories have we heard this about over and over and over and over and over and over?
That's when a real disappointment hit. Instead of pursuing a partnership, I was offered a
69
buyout.
420.
They wanted to purchase my design and asked for my supplier info. It stung. I poured so much time, effort, and personal investment into this because I believed in the potential of a real collaboration, not just a
absolutely.
transaction. But I was desperate not to let all my work go to waste, so I reluctantly agreed.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The partnership would have been so much better. That sucks.
And
That
then,
does suck.
Nothing came of it. I attend a lot of conventions.
bought it and never
so
did
at one
anything with
point,
it?
I ran into someone
What the
from
fuck?
Vshojo and was able to show them the jacket. They wore it all day at the con. It felt like a huge win to have my work seen and appreciated.
Yeah, I don't know, Shaggy. You
But
might be
when I
jumping the gun
followed
on
up,
that.
I was told to go through the same channels again, which I did, hoping for a breakthrough.
Yeah, absolutely. That sucks because you worked so hard on a project and it's like, they just didn't really appreciate it, you know? They really, really just didn't appreciate it for what it was. That super sucks. That super sucks. Anyway, I continued, dear RM.
I continued trying. I pitched additional ideas. I even had full drop concepts prepared for Zentreya, Melody, Michi, Iron Mouse, and Amelie. But over time, it became painfully clear that there was no real path forward for me with Vshojo. To this day, I still have all the unreleased drafts. And
That's so
to
cool.
I still have the physical jacket that was originally made for you. If you'd ever like to have it or just see it, I'd be honored to
that's
send
so
it your
cool.
way.
That's so nice. That's really,
I want
really
to
sweet
make
of
it
her.
clear I don't
Bryn is
hold
so-
any
such a
resentment
sweetheart.
toward the staff. In fact, I'm very grateful for clarification I would later receive. Looking back, it just feels like the core of Vshojo's structure was flawed, especially for creators and
Yeah,
staff
they just
trying
wanted
to
to-
genuinely build something
Bye, 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 bye,
together.
bye, bye, bye.
Maybe
Oh, no, no,
someday
no, no,
I'll
no, no,
still
no,
get
no,
the
no. They didn't
chance
want
to work
collaboration.
directly with some of you. Until then,
They didn't want
I'll keep
collaboration.
creating. My DMs are open if any of you would like to see the renders I had.
Yeah, they they weren't open for collaboration. They just wanted to, I don't know, make this money, and whatever they did with it, whatever they embezzled it, we still don't know. Kina Kuro goes on to say, wait, what? I don't know how to say this, but I've never been shown this by
Situations
anybody.
Are really crazy, but remember the
Yeah.
talents have such a huge support system, so being able to help right Vshojo's wrongs is a bit easier to deal with as
That's a
opposed
good
to
point.
someone who is a small creator.
That's a good point.
Just give it time and hopefully everyone can be helped who was wronged.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel more bad about the charity, to be honest. Sorry if this comes across as
No,
rude.
no, you're fine.
Much love to everyone.
No, you're totally fine. You're absolutely right on Nims. They do have a team and other people behind them, right? Which is great. I think it's more like the fact that they are stepping up and want to help. I think that's incredible. You know what I mean? Anyway, Kuro goes on to say, wait, what? I don't know how to say this, but I've never been shown this by anybody. Even though I'd asked many times if it was possible to get a jacket made by a maid, but there was never any updates to me, so I assumed it's impossible. That's literally insane. That's literally insane, chat. Somebody fucking made this jacket. If he showed just like, no, that didn't exist. No. So it does look like Aruna is gonna try to connect with them and get that to himself. That's incredible. At least there's a good ending in this as well, but still just crazy. And now, guys, we gotta go take a look at Vshojo trying to recruit Unnamed. That is right. So Vshojo actually reached out to Unnamed after I revealed my first live 2D model. But my mental is completely broken, and so I told him I can't promise much revenue. I was scared of disappointing people again. Indie life has no safety net. It hurts me to see what was happening behind closed doors. Another instance, chat, of Vshojo randomly reaching out to all these people and just like, hey, can we hire you? Like, what the fuck? They never actually had any intention to bring these people on. Never had the intention. Absolutely horrible. On top of that, chat, I do want to talk about experience that Lynn had. Lynn says about Gunrun, he was very unprofessional and flaky to work with. Wow, what a fucking surprise on that. Super late payments all the time. Not surprised by that, right? I designed the Vshojo 3D chibi models. I was asked to not use my style and to make it look like Wolfies, the artist who designed the small hololives. So you're telling me that he asked you not to use your style and to use the ones that's the same as the small hololives. Bro, this dude was so jealous of Hololive. It's actually crazy. And they didn't even pay them on time. Bro, what? What? Insane, chat. But even more stories coming forward. We need to talk about Camila, guys. And Camila actually came forward with a very similar experience to some things that we have heard before. So, guys, let's listen to what Camila had to say, because she had a very big story to drop about Vshojo. So, everybody, let's take a listen. Go ahead, Dira. Tell us what's up.
I want to start by saying that the severity of my experience isn't the same as what others went through with Gunrun. Just wanted to share this tidbit because it affected a lot of my friends, including me. In 2022, I applied for Vshojo. I applied under my past life.
All right. Yeah, it totally makes sense, right? That was the big
Vshojo,
audition period.
At the time, prefaced that they were looking specifically for smaller streamers. I thought I'd give it a chance because I was very small at the time. I auditioned. I passed. I received an email saying that I would be moving to the next stage, as well as some of my friends.
Nice.
I and others were so excited to have even passed the initial round. That alone was something to be proud of.
Absolutely. So, just to recap, guys, Camila makes it through the original 2022 Vshojo auditions.
We filled out the next part. This mainly contained more technical questions. What's your schedule like? Are you good with handling technical difficulties?
That checks out, right?
What kind of streaming equipment do you own? Etc. Submitted that, and, well, got another email back. I made it to round 3. I was so happy. I know I wasn't fully accepted yet, but it was still a nice feeling.
So again, she made it to round 3, chat. She's very far in the audition process.
So, I waited. I waited a few days for the next step. A few days turned into weeks. A few weeks turned into a few months. Nothing. I would frantically check my email almost every
I would do the same thing, Camila. Honestly, I'm so sorry.
For something. Eventually, I let it go. They moved on without a word. I was sad, sure, but more confused by the sudden disappearance.
I mean, so again, chat, how many times have we heard the same story? Vshojo shows up, they spread the promises of dreams and unicorns and rainbows, and then ghost people. Another tale as old as time, chat.
A year later, I started growing as a streamer.
That's horrible.
I met so many other Vtubers and learned a lot by being around them. One day I was chatting with a bigger Vtuber and eventually, the topic of Vshojo came up. They told me they auditioned the same time I did.
Right.
She made it to the final round, but they rejected her and the finalists last minute to hire someone they already knew. And these Vtubers were given hush money not to tell anyone about it.
So chat, bada bing bada boom, we just got somebody else that is backing the story that Pup told about Rose Doodle. If you guys remember, we watched a video about Pup. I think it was on, Friday? Where Pup was talking about how Rose Doodle got all the way to the end, and they were like, oh, well, we decided to move forward, but here's some money. That is right, guys. They did the exact same thing to whoever this person is. Maybe it's the same person, we don't know. But we at least have some support of the fact that they got to the final round, they rejected them, and they just decided to pay them off. Which is crazy. I don't know if it's illegal or not.
He girls were devastated. Just like the rest of us who got dropped without warning. So yeah. Thank you wasting everyone's time ig. Oh. One more thing before I forget, you have no idea how many times your talents called me in tears, suffering due to your neglect and the way you constantly mistreated them. They weren't getting paid, they weren't getting responses from you for over 6 months, and other heart-shattering moments I can't share yet.
Is this the treatment you give to those who contributed to your success? No one's as sweet and hardworking as them should have been treated and stolen from. Absolutely horrible, chat. I don't know if it's illegal. I'm not a lawyer, but Pia goes on to say they fumbled so hard, it's crazy. And of course, Camila shares the IDF link. Camila also wrote, or at least did this song here. What the fuck? It says, Dear Gun Run. And of course, this is Billie Eilish, Your Power. So the ads are turned off on this one just to raise some awareness about what happened. But I mean, this just definitely some bombshells here, chat. It really just allows us to look at what happened and to get a little bit more of some backing on some stories that we have heard. If anything, it's very immoral. I don't know if it's illegal. I don't think they technically promised them anything, but they just decided, yeah, we're just going to drop you. We know we got you all the way here, and we promised you the world, but I guess, like, yeah, you're out of here. Like, it's the same story over and over for Vshojo, chat. Absolutely horrible. Feels so bad for Camila to have to deal with this. No, nobody, Camila, me, you, could have to deal with a situation like this, chat. So, I really wish it the best for everybody. But I do want to talk about this really quick, chat, because someday they're going to regret not choosing me. Look at the date for that. I believe this tweet was, this was around what Camila was mentioning with her auditions. The timeline checks out. I think that's what this tweet was about back in 2022. Yep. There it is, chat. Yep, there it is. I'm 99% sure. Yeah, and look at how successful she is now. So you know what? She did take it to him. I'm proud of her. She kicked her ass. Let's go, Camila. More stories continue to come forward as well, as Lenore shares her experience as well. She says, I won't go into detail. Of course, quote retweeting what we just looked at for Camila. Says, but what happened to Camila happened to me back in 2022 when I was a small streamer. Also made it to the 3rd round of the first Vshojo auditions and never heard back. Another case, chat. Was I pissed? Yes, it was a waste of time. But I'll always move forward. I'm so sorry, Lenore, that you had to deal with the exact same thing that not everybody, but a lot of people had to deal with. Just they overpromised and underdelivered over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And that is one of the worst things you can do to somebody, chat. Build them up and just immediately like pull the chair out from underneath them. See what I did there, chair? Pull the chair out from underneath them. Sweep the rug out from underneath their feet. It's one of the worst things you can do to somebody. Horrible, horrible. So anyway, chat, I know that there's been a lot of information going around about the lost Vshojo members, right? There's some people that were accepted. They were going to start up. Well, as you know, 3 of them decided to get together. However, there's a 4th member of this squad, right? We don't know who that is, right? And I think Pia addresses it the best. So let's listen to what Pia has to say. Where is that 4th member?
Is the 4th monster still choosing to stay behind the scenes? Can you send our encouragement and support? All right, so I've been dancing around this for a while. I am well aware now that many people know that there maybe was a 4th monster. I am never going to reveal it until they are ready. But you may be looking forward to an extra friend at some point.
Was pretty neat.
But that's all I'm going to say.
I think it's the best way to put it, guys. Look, we don't know who this person is, and we don't need to pressure them. Give them time to come forward. Give them time to take everything in that happened. Don't put that pressure on them right now, chat. Give them a little bit of grace to prepare themselves emotionally and everything, because this is a really horrible time, right? All this stuff coming up. So seriously, give them grace. Let some time go by, and we might see them soon, okay? But yeah, Pia definitely put it together the best way that you really could. Just give them time. In other news, guys, so you know, there's this little joke that we always make about Breaking Bad. You know where Jesse's always like, oh, Walt, where's the cocainer? You guys remember that? He's like, Walt, where's the cocainer? Well, what if I told you that Tobe said that Mountain Dew, the former Vshojo co-founder and former CTO, actually pressured Tobe to try cocainer at MagFest. It also made anti-Semitic jokes. Let's watch this.
Thank you so much for all the resubs and stuff. All I want to say is fuck Mountain Dew. That's all I want to say. Just, he was weird to me once, and I don't want to go into anything in specific, but I talked to Vay about this, I talked to Nyan about this, I talked to some others. I was just kind of like, I'm not trying to take away from anyone or anything, but he was weird. He was weird to me at a party once at
Thanks, Ivan. I appreciate it. Thank you for the subbing.
Fest. He asked me to do cocaine multiple times.
Ask them to do cocaine multiple times.
Mr. Whiter, I require 20.
Yeah, there it is. There. You got it.
Just a crummy of cokey.
What the fuck? Rip and tear, chat. That is literally the only answer that we can accept out of this. But chat, remember when I told you it's gonna get worse? Yeah, chat. So we knew that from some stuff that Naners and Bay had said, that Mountain Dew, the co-founder of Vshojo, was not as squeaky clean as we thought, right? Well, now we have even more information here coming from Tops here that Eddie Mountain Dew pressured them to do cocaine multiple times at MagFest. Insane.
I said
chat.
no. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't do that. And he just kept asking me, and I was like, I don't want to do that. No. And then, like, when I went to some party, like some room party, I guess during MagFest, he went up to me, and he just thought it was really funny to make a bunch of Jew jokes to my face. And I was just kind of like, first of all, you know what? If I can have some friends that can make those, but it's like, I don't even fucking know you. But when I got into the room, he was like, hey, man, what's your opinion on Hamas? And I was like, dude, what? I walked in, and I was like drunk, and I was like, what the fuck? It was so weird. He was just like,
why would you say that? Yes, thank you, chat. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And then he was like telling me to my face I looked like a conked out zombie and stuff. And I was like, damn, you're making me feel so bad about myself. And it's just like, look, I'm not trying to take away from anything, but it's just when people were exposing that he's fucking weird and creepy.
I'm
like, oh, thank God,
the co-founder of Vshojo.
Okay. And Ecto can vouch for me. She's in the chat. She was there when it happened, and we were both like, what the fuck? So I don't give a shit. Fuck him. That was so weird.
A big revelation here, chat. I know that there's Booba, and I also know that for this information to come out about Mountain Dew, there's gonna be more. I think there's gonna be a lot more about Mountain Dew in the future, guys. This is really, really fucked up. Really, really fucked up. I want to share this with all of you. Hopefully more news comes out about it, and I think that Mountain Dew has a lot to answer for as well. I think he misused his position to be a big creep towards a lot of girls. He used his higher position to go on and impress that upon other creators. Definitely was not the best person in the world, chat. Very, very horrible. Very, very horrible. Also wanted to show you some stuff for it. People were talking about this. Everything going on, right? Sharing their stories. So I did want to talk to you a second about what Rin Penrose had to say about this situation. And she's actually trying to help raise money as well. So, take it away, Rin.
things have been, how do we say, newsworthy in the VTubing scene in the last few days.
Just a little
I don't need
bit.
to beat around the bush.
Just
It's
a
completely
little bit,
public
chat.
news. So it came out.
It's
a few
John
days-
VTuber.
This is not the right music.
It's John
This is
VTuber.
not- Can I have my Chill Wii series music back, please? No, that's also not the right theme for this. No, that's absolutely
I don't notice that
not
shit.
the right
I
tone
think
for
I think
this.
that's what he
Jesus
thought.
Christ. Basically, the long and short of it is, next month, at the end of next month, on the 31st, I am going to be doing a charity thing for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Basically, the deal is you pay for a signed poster and I will sign it on stream, and then the money goes to charity and helps people with immunodeficiency, and that's really cool. I've decided. I'm not good at talking. I'm not good
That
at
is
talking,
really
and
cool.
That's okay. We've been working on this for a little while. I was reached out to by Streamily in like the middle of May. The problem with me is people go, do you want to do a charity thing? And I go, yes. And then they're like, okay, which charity? I'm like,
Fuck.
oh, I don't think that far ahead. Shit.
Bro, I'm the same way, honestly, but as soon as all this came out, I'm like, bro, we're helping IRIAM. So, Rin is doing an event here very soon, chat. Be on the lookout for that because she is going to be helping with the Immune Deficiency Foundation. So, that is fantastic. Very cool of John VTuber. Oh, shit. Oh, that's dumb. Anyway, let's go take a look here what Kason had to say about this situation as well. We're going to be listening to Kason for a little bit. Because Kason talks about, like, basically, like, why they didn't realize there were red flags and things like that. Basically because they were just kept in the dark the whole time, right? Desktop jump scare.
マウスさんの動画から始まっていろんな情報が今日までにボロボロタレントから出ていて特大詐欺カンパニーに騙されてたみたいで最初はね
I mean, literally, when she says mega scam, he's not lying. He's not lying, guys. It actually is a fucking mega scam.
とも会社側に悔いはなくて単純にスキンの運営がバカすぎてうまくいかなかったのかなみたいな思ってたんですけれども多分これ悪意あったんじゃねって思うようになってきてで一応代理人
Oh, you know Kason would have called out their ass earlier.
当は話すことができたんですけれどもこの人も嘘つかれてるのかもしれないから今
So she got to talk to the legal rep, but it seems like they were also lied to as well, chat. Which is fucking crazy. Everybody was lied to, even their own fucking lawyers. The one person you're supposed to confide in was also lied to. That's crazy. That's crazy.
なんかわからないという状況。おそらくこういうことが起こっていたんじゃないかなという私の予想を
Oh, we all fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
最初は資金調達に成功してめちゃくちゃ金があってそこから調子に乗って
Well, so wait a second, chap. Hypothetically, really quick, chat. Hypothetically, if we found out that Mountain Dew is doing things like cocaine and stuff like that, because that shit ain't cheap, right? It probably, hypothetically, were embezzling a lot of that money for their own personal things, right? I mean, at least minimally, they were probably buying drugs with it and stuff like that. It's probably more of a hypothetical, but it seems possible at least.
めちゃくちゃ高い給料で
You
スタ
know?
ッフの人とかをバンバン雇いまくってしかも
Ah,
それ
they
は
promised some big,
雇うじゃなくてもう友達
big salaries as well. Of course they did.
みたいな感じで高い給料払うからおいでよみたいな感じでバンバン人入れて
Yeah, that's so
そしたら
fucked up.
全然金なくなっちゃってても問題は会社の口座が0円になっても
They just kept
変な
going.
プライドがあったのかバカ高給料のお友達たちに本当の
I think it was pride. I think it was pride why they didn't come
ことを
forward.
言えずとにかくそのお給料を払うためにタレントにバカでかい案件契約とかをさせてそれで入ってきたお金でよし今月もスタッフに金が払えるみたいな感じでその間タレントには1円も払わずでまずそもそもタレントなんで気づかねえんだよっていうご意見があると思うんですけれども
That's pretty much what we kind of guessed at, chat, is they were taking the sponsorship money, all the money that they got, they were just going almost like month to month, right? They were just getting money. They would go and pass it on to their, staff to pay them off. And then they would, keep recycling and try to do that every month to pay off what they could. But they were still in debt. They were drowning, and they just tried to, plug the holes in a sinking ship.
町長に関してもね去年の
Absolutely, Gabriel.
最後の振り込みでそっから一 切お金が1円も支払われてないんですね、会社から。そういう状態だと、気づけよ。金払われてないんだから、もうその時点でやめろよ。
Yeah, you should have quit when you get paid, but
業界の難しい
you know, you wanted to trust
と
them.
かと契約する場合、単発のお仕事だったらすごい簡単なんです。一回こういう配信をしてください。一回この舞台に立ってください。で、報酬はいくらいくらです。みたいな感じなんですけど、年間契約
They tried to plug the yacht, but they couldn't do it.
っていう期間限定の契約とか、そういったものもたくさんあって、この案件のお金、何月までに支払うの？
I think that's a very valid point that nobody's talking about. Is like when you sign a contract, right? You're not really sure exactly when you're going to get paid for it. Because they're like, oh, like you do this in August and we'll pay you within 60 days, right? These guys are doing so many sponsorships and appearances and all that kind of stuff, right? They don't know exactly when it's going to get paid out. I mean, imagine, Chad, if I did like over 2 months, I did meet and greet sponsorships, G Fuel stuff, appeared at concerts, played certain games, get sponsorships within games. You have no idea when all of that's going to get paid out to you, right? It's going to trickle in. So that's somebody else's job to do, right? So that's why she was kind of like, well, I'm not getting paid, but maybe it's taking them a while because of all that, the different dates and stuff like that, which is completely understandable. Very understandable. Who's currently on the run? He is. He's like actually on the run.
実績があるからちゃんとした人だったはずだし、まさかねこんな大騒ぎかまそうと思うわけなくねって思っちゃった。ある程度信頼できる人だと思ってたっていうのが大前提で、
Literally just read with the
そういう
chat.
感じでどの契約がどれくらいの期間でお金が入ってくるかってバラバラすぎて、1年契約だったらもちろん1年後かもしれないし、まあ、先払いしてくれるところもあるだろうし、
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
それが許されてるような状況だったんですよね。そもそも
That's a really good point that I want to add on to. Sometimes, chat, like for instance, like I get paid monthly from YouTube. Like my two big ones are YouTube, Twitch, and then the third one is Vtuber Academia, right? Those are like my big three. But I kind of have like those constants. And then I have like other stuff right in the background, like sponsorships, things like that. Sometimes I'll just like a sponsorship or like a collaboration or something like that, and it'll take like 2 or 3 months to get it. And that can happen, right? You have to be ready to accept that.
もう毎月きれいにお金が入ってくるような案件ばかりではない。
Hey, but the running gun
これは
run.
もう割と当たり前の業界だった。特にグッズなんかは発送が全部終わってからやっと振り込まれるみたいな感じで、まああと信頼してたから丸投げしてた。あと最大の要因がタレント同士お互い金の話はやっぱりしないんだよね。そうやって契約を
Guys, I want to tell you something really, really quick. Really, really quick. Have you ever worked at a job? Ever worked at a job, chat? And your job tells you, don't discuss your salary with your coworkers? Type one in the chat if you've experienced that. I'm sure a lot of you have. I'm sure a lot of you have. That chat, that's how they control you. I'm gonna get a little conspiracy theory out here, you know, a little anti like, you know, business, but I'm just gonna tell you, chat, that is how people control you. Absolutely. Oh, that we're family. It's in your best interest to discuss it with your coworkers. It actually is. I would highly actually recommend to discuss it with your coworkers to make sure you're getting paid fairly. But yeah, it is literally something that they tell you all the time. And it's probably just a very similar thing that they had to deal with as well. Every contract is different. Every salary thing is, different, right? Because everybody has a different skill set. But there is a point where it's unfair. So can I tell you a story, chat, that I've never told you before? I mean, it's been enough time. I can talk about this. Yeah, right, Cyber? Yeah, I'll tell you a story, chat. Well, as you know, who's been here since 2000? When did I go full time? 2022. Who's been here since February 2022? Type 2 in chat. If you're an OGer, you're a real OG. So, back when I left my job in February 2022, I had moved to Texas about a year before because I was working for my video editing company, and my video editing company saw a lot of good in me, right? They said, like, you're doing amazing. We want to make you a manager, right, of your own, like, little branch. And I was like, cool, I would love that. like, you gotta move to Texas. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But, I was ready. I was ready for a new adventure. I was like, let's do it, chat. So I decided to move to Texas and, take up this new endeavor. And so I was in charge of about 20 people that were part of a certain sector of video editing and promotional stuff and collaboration. Fun fact, this business actually had contracts with Twitch. So we didn't directly work for Twitch, but we did a lot of work behind the scenes with Twitch. So anyway, we were working, I was working for this company, this and that. And so we had like a big like managers thing. So we all flew out because the company was based in South Carolina. So we all flew out to South Carolina. We had a meeting with all the managers, just kind of like a little retreat, right? And so anyway, I was talking to a lot of them. And one of the people that I had worked with had gotten a promotion, right? I mean, she really deserved it. She was awesome. So she didn't have to move for her. She got to stay basically in Florida. So she took over that branch. And chat, I found out, remember, I moved to a different state. I had more staff members underneath me. And on top of that, I was required to actually literally do more work than them.
They were getting paid $40,000 more than me every year. $40,000.
Yep. So I after that meeting, I was like, I went to my boss and I said, hey, I would like to have a little chit chat. Like, oh, absolutely. And so I actually ended up coming and visiting like a month later. So they flew in and I was like, all right, let's have a little chit chat. So I told them when I found out. And they're like, well, you can't discuss salary and this and that. I'm like, well, it doesn't say that anywhere. It's actually not illegal to discuss it. And I would like a raise starting right now. And they were like, yeah, no, we can't do that. And I'm like, well, why are you paying this person that when I'm making this? And they could explain it to me. I said, okay. So that's when I seriously consider going full time in VTubing. And luckily, chat, it all worked out. And so here I am today. But I really encourage you, point of the story, discuss your pay. Get paid fairly. Because I was not getting paid fairly at my past job. Yeah, it's like, oh, well, I guess I can't work with you anymore. And it was a lot more coy then. I was a lot more shy and kind of quiet back then. So it's really hard for me to like bring that up. Now I'm pretty like outspoken about stuff. But yeah, it was really, really hard for me. But I walked away. So guys, always discuss it. And every contract is different. I understand that, but there is a point where you can straight up be like, yeah, you're underpaying me.
違えば収入ももちろん全然違う業界だし案件の
And that's
量
true.
とかも
Kayson's absolutely right.
違うからあんまり生々しい話をお互いにしなかったっていうのでもしかしたら
Hires in the business were so bad, higher rate than him.
とかも
Boss refused to give him a raise, yeah.
思い込んじゃったっていうのが
It's crazy, Walk.
長く続いた
Well, what's crazy too is we worked around the same
のが
time.
気づかなかった原因
I'd only been there a few months longer than her.
タレント全員に金払ってないとは思わなかったんだよね誰もでそろそろスタッフの給料高すぎて
Yep, that was a big thing too. Is they all thought that they only thought they were not getting paid themselves, not everybody else. You know what I mean? They never talked about that, so they never knew.
タレントがどれだけ稼いでも払えなくねっていう風になった段階で
That's good, Evan. That's good.
大量のスタッフの首切りが起こった
Yeah, you got to.
でそこの段階
That's
で
your money. Protect yourself, you know?
一番間違えたのが
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, talk to people about your salary. Like, tell them you're getting underpaid. Go work somewhere else where they'll pay you.
会社がやばい逃げようってことでおそらくそこでタレント同士がちょっとおかしくないって話し合い始め
There is a famous line in a Megadeth song that is based off a very famous line from a president, but I'm gonna give you the Megadeth line because it's really true. Don't ask what you can do for your country. Ask what your country can do for you. And it needs to be that way with businesses. Your business works for you, not the other way around. Not the other way around. If you're not getting paid well enough, leave. Go somewhere that will pay you better. Or wait it out till you can find a better job. Yeah, exactly. That's why you move like every 3 years. That's what my dad said, walk. But guys, your company works for you, not the other way around.
タレント同士が結束し始めちゃったっていう時点で向こうが多分逃げる準備を始めたんです。
Oh, that
これは
sucks,
もう
Alex.
騙しきれねえぞってなっちゃって。で、多分
Actually, had something like that happen to me.
向こうが何するかっていうのが
Kind of similar.
おそらく会社を潰して未払いとかもいや潰れたんで払いませんっていう握りを多分やる気なんで、もう私の未払いの多分もう
They're literally running and going bankrupt so they don't have to pay anybody,
言
chat.
わせていただくんですけれ
It's
ども、
crazy.
1週間前ぐらいから話せるようになってたんですけど、そこで言われたのが払えないと、待ってほしいと。いや、それは今まで散々言われてきたからこれ以上は待てないよって言ったんですけど、いやそもそも本当に金がないからマジで
Yeah, exactly.
1円もない。
Like poor Kaysan says she's literally broke. Like she's saying like I don't have money, and I've been waiting for this, and you haven't paid me. That's so fucked
そ
up.
の後の1ヶ月間スタッフに給料払い続けてたのは知ってるから、その時点で嘘確定なんで
Yeah,
す
they
けど
also.
マジで
So this was something that I didn't know before. I kind of guessed from my source that passed on some information, right, that I shared with you. But apparently, a lot of the staff was not getting paid, and they were behind 2 months worth of payment. And so that's why they started just letting them go, because they couldn't afford it.
会社に金がない
They
か
couldn't
ら、
afford the staff
これから
anymore.
会社を立て直すんで、あなたの未払い分をこっちが払い切る唯一の道は、会社を立て直すためにはVshojoの名前が汚れてもらったら困る。未払いとかの告発をされて会社が致命的なダメージを受けるのは避けてほしい。で、
Yeah.
これから新しいタレントたちを入れるので、そこで
And they brought in new talents. Like, what are you doing?
みたいなこと言われて、
You had it all, and you
新しい子
fumbled
たち
it,
の
bro.
給料は新しい子たちで金作るから、
You fumbled it.
それでお前らに払うからみたいな感じで言われて、いやいやいや、新しい子
Yeah,
たち入れるんだ
absolutely,
よってなっ
agent.
て、
No,
いやお
they're
前
smart.
新しい子たちに払わないつもりじゃん、入れんなよバカみたいになって、もう言ってること全部おかしくて、
That's really, really good walk. I love that.
あなたの被害者増やすんでヨロみたい
I
な
love that.
言われて、でその時点で、悪質すぎ、さすがにやめるわってなって、その状況で出てきたのが
Jeez
チャリティ
Louise,
ーっていう
dude.
事件。新しいタレントを入れて、そこから金
I really thought that Multiverses, the fighting game, was the biggest generational fumble. Nah, this was. This absolutely was.
は新しいタレントを
Yeah, they're literally just getting people in there, taking their money, and then they're just like, oh yeah, but by the way, you're never part of Vshojo officially, bye.
人としてやっちゃいけないことをやったっていうのが出た時点で辞める計画は立ててたけど、今月末で辞める予定だったんですけど、
Yeah, especially not
今
getting
日辞
paid.
めますみたいになって、結果残ったタレントゼロ。私的に情報が出なかったとしても全員辞めてただろうなと思ってるんで
Yeah,
すけど、
exactly. Like they were just waiting for the castle to crumble.
じゃあ前から
at
未
that
払い
point.
やらかしてたんじゃんって思うかもしれないんですけど、そういう情報ってなんで共有されないかっていうと、タレントと会社って NDA っていう必ず結ぶんですよ。今となってはなんでじゃあ全部表に出てるのっていうと、会社多分潰れるから、会社側にタレントを
Yeah, that is just such case on
会
energy,
社が
right?
100% 悪いから、たとえ会社に訴えられるとしてもかかってこいよって言う
Yeah,
からですね。
exactly.
で、みんな
If they try to do anything, they're gonna be ready for it.
話してると同時に、これは
Oh, no, this is Kaysan. Yeah, she's a talent. This is just she does a lot of IRL and VTuber stuff. She's mostly IRL. Like here, let me show you. Look, this is Kaysan. There's her model right there. I'm sure you know who that is.
な未払い分はもう帰ってこ
Yeah,
ない
this is her IRL.
諦めてるからですね。
He does like a true like
部署にいたタレント
I would say almost 60-40 split IRL to VTubing.
だからぶっちゃけ平気じゃないよ。
Oh, Kaysan's hot. Yeah, what are you talking about? Could have got a Ferrari, man. So as you can see, chat. Again, I'm dropping some good background information. Just a lot of the talents didn't know what was going on. They weren't talking to each other. This person just continued to pay off as much as they possibly could, keep everything afloat. Didn't pay them for long periods of time. They really just absolutely just led people on, chat. That's exactly what it was. Just led people on as much as they could. So Kaysan actually gave even more updates here. Again, let's take a listen. All this stuff's really important, chat.
公式から声明が出ました。
And she does talk about the official statement made. Kaysan will never get a Ferrari, bro. What's up, Trunk?
基本的にはふわっとしている。とりあえず失敗しちゃったよ、終わりだよ。お金はチャリティーのお金とかも含めて会社運営のために使ってたんであって、悪意はないよ、知らなかったよ。
I mean, I didn't know something like that. Okay, I have a question, chat. How the fuck is this guy gonna say that he didn't know? How is he gonna say he didn't know? Later learn that was intended for a charitable initiative. Guys, he's right behind me, isn't he? Huh, how did you not know? Please tell me, Gunrun. How did you not know that you were part of it. You only attended the IDF event charity in person. Yeah, you only took this picture right here. Oh, wait. You only took this picture here that with the IDF in the background when you're talking about you didn't know. You fucking liar, dude. You fucking liar. Oh my god. You fucking liar, dude. I know, I love that image too. Yeah, you retweeted all this stuff. I said that the other day, but like, there's even more stuff coming up. 130 million yen. It's all gone, bro. Probably. Really quick, chat. What do you think actually happened to all the money? Literally, what do you think happened with all the money, chat? Because I think they just took it and ran. I really think they just took it and ran. Do you think they spent it all? I don't think they spent it all. I think they put some aside. That's my thoughts. Only with the money, all the talent stuff, coke and stuff, he hit it. Coke. Yeah, did that we know about Mountain Dew. Everyone's like drugs. Fucked off with it all. I think they blew a bunch, but I think they also took a bunch and pocketed it and are running with it. That's my thoughts. Yeah, it's true. Keegan did say he was bad with money, but at the same time, like, I think that they knew things were getting bad. Like, okay, here's my timeline of thoughts. You ready? Here's my thoughts. So I think that they blew a bunch of money at the start. Everything goes bad. And then later down the line, they knew it was going to get to a point where it's going to break. So they took all of that money, kept it for themselves, put it to the side, and walked away. That's what I think happened. They knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. Yeah, maybe so, dude. We still don't know the extent of how wide the net is spread on this, right? We have no idea. That's what I think, Alex. I mean, personally, like, I hate to think this way, right? But if I was in that situation, that's what I would do. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I would do. Just to at least be like, you know, put yourself in their shoes and try to play devil's advocate, right? If I was in that situation and I knew it was going down and I was gonna try to fuck everybody over, which is horrible. I would never do that, but if I was in that situation, right, I'd put some money aside. That's what I would do. Well, already $500,000 disappeared for Mousy. So just added a 375. That's like one sponsorship, bro. Crazy. Yeah, advertising drugs and yachts. No, they have not received the paperwork or the documents yet, chat. That's what sucks too. Again, like I mentioned, we just don't know who all is involved. You know? Yeah, advertising is crazy expensive. It was this thing that Connor was talking about ads in the, I think it was Shinjuku train station. I don't remember exactly where it was. But he was talking about how, like, astronomically expensive it was. Gave it to Godzilla. They paid off Godzilla not to stop their building. Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, if we get case on, take that, follow live, like, bro. That's crazy, Alex. Yeah, the promised land was alive. He's a fortune or a heart. Oh my god. Did one of them, I forgot who it was now. Can somebody accuse Mountain Dew of like spreading like lies on 4chan?
信頼が崩れるんですよ、一瞬で。だからもう絶対そこで揉めるのは嫌なんで、だからもう分かった。私がちゃんと仕事しなかったら、もうインターネットでこいつは仕事しなかったですよ、クソですよって言っていいから。
Right, but then when they get exposed, they're just like,
結構いろんな
oh
人に
yeah, whatever.
言われるのが、ケイソンさん会社作った
Somebody, guys, I don't know much about this situation, but I know it's like a big like kind of like scam hoax. Somebody said that Vshojo is the same as Enron.
どうですか言われるんですけど、こんだけバカみたいに騙された私が会社なんて作って誰がついてくるわけ。もうバカ代表みたいなんですよ、私は今。マジで私みたいなやつがこのね、いわゆるなんていうんですか、インターネットエンターテインメント、まだ生まれたばっかりの恐ろしい世界で
Dumb run. Is that what they're calling him? I love that.
いくらでもできるような、まだルールが整ってない世界
What
で
a horrible person.
騙されみたいな世界で、私がそんなことをしたとてまた騙されるだけですよ。例えば私が会社を作って、
Poor
じゃあ
K-san,
新しい
bro.
タレントさん
He just wants to fucking like
そのタレント
be a good person and stream and make stuff, and she keeps getting scammed.
いっぱいいるから、今回は会社が 100% 悪かったんですけどね、インターネットで承認欲求満たしたいなんて人にろくな人がいるわけないじゃないですか、私も含めて。そいつから金取りたいなんてもっとろくなやついないですし、もうろくなやつがいない前提で。
Pat, be proud of me. I'm hydrating myself right now.
あれもう分かってたじゃん、私。なんで分かってたのに引っかかっちゃったんだろう。自分のことを卑下してるとかじゃなくて、ちょっと性格悪いぐらいじゃないとやっていけない気がする、この業界は。で、自分の話を見つけたく言ってるから、誰でも信じちゃうし、変なやつでもきっとこいつにはいいところがあるから、こいつには
Conrad is just a penis, pure and simple.
損してることって多いから。
Yeah, but Mingo. Wait a second, wait a second. How can he be a penis if he doesn't bring anybody any pleasure?
もうね、グッズとかちょっと買うのは怖いんですけど、そうやって悪徳業者がかかってるかもしれないからって思うのは本当に全然理解できるし、こんなことになった手前、私からはもう、そうだよねとしか言えないんで、ただ、皆さんにやっぱり一つ、
Bro, don't put mega milk. That's really bad timing.
私のグッズがね、欲しいって思ってくださる方がいるんだったら、龍が如くセブンガイデン K さんっていうね、生っぽい。
I'm really glad that K-san at least has sponsorships and other stuff to kind of help her out, but brutal.
関わってないので、
Just pain and disappointment.
と思うんですけども、今後なんですけ
Oh
れども、
my god.
とにかく自分の周りにいる奴らは私の金にしか興味
That
がない。
sucks because like you really feel like everybody is out to get you at that point, right, chat? You know, like you really feel like that you want to trust people, but you can't now because you keep getting screwed over, you know, and that is the worst feeling. And it's so hard to get past that. What's up, Pixel?
自覚しようと思う。だから
So
もう、ね、
hard to get past that.
来るやつはもう全員悪人。もう全員前説で生きてきたんですよ。やっぱてかそう信じたいじゃん。人間どこか必ずね、どんなゴミかす野郎にでも良心があると思って生きていきたいじゃん。でもない。ゴミはゴミ。良心がないやつもいる。っていうかそんなやつはほとんどみんなお金が欲しい。全員敵。全員詐欺。
All enemies and scammers. Everybody's a scammer, including chat.
っていうのの慣れの果てってもしかして陰謀論？とにかく私の
Chat, you're a bunch of scammers.
メリットがあるやつらは全員敵って思うようにしてる。もう全員敵。お前も敵。お前もどうせ私の餌目当てなんだろ。敵だね。詐欺師、詐欺猫。それもそれでさ、悲しい人生になるんだけどさ、もうそれぐらいもうやんないと、私みたいなカモすぎる。本当に嫌な思いはしたとしても、まだね、私のことを信じてくれるファンの方々がいるし、その方々がいるおかげでこうやって活動もできてるわけだから、家もあるし屋根もある、歯もあるわけじゃん。プラマイで言うとまだ私の人生はプラス、このおっぱいがね垂れ切るまではね居座ってやろうと思うからこの業界に YouTuber
I feel you on that, K-san.
ところさ、普通に働いてる人なんかよりさ、何百倍もさ、自分のやりたいことができてるっていう意味では楽なんだから、これぐらいのね
That's true. You the freedom is really
なん
nice.
だろうなと思って、なんなら今後は私が中間搾取業者から
Yeah, you're scamming. You're scamming me. You're scamming me by keeping me here in the subathon.
そうで皆さん
You're scamming me.
応援よろしくお願いします。
Oh my goodness. So there it is from K-san, guys, just talking about, again, like, it's going to be hard for her to really trust everything going on, and they're still waiting for paperwork to come from everybody, chat. So what I want to share with you next is pretty crazy. So recently, guys, a user here was able to get a hold of Addison. Says wifey, of course, Addison here, who has got access to the recent Vshojo pitch deck, and there's some stuff that is really interesting. you don't know what a pitch deck is, it's just kind of like, it's one of these things, right? It's talking about like who Vshojo is, their profits, you know, about their creator, launching it, etc. Just really talking about the company. Use this in like meetings or to partner with staff, or not staff, I'm sorry, for sponsorships, stuff like that as well. Talking about growth strategy, revenue stream breakdown, etc., right? Financial forecast, blah, blah, blah. All business related stuff. But this is how they want to work with other people. And so they have what's called a pitch deck. Well, chap, there's some very interesting notes that I want to give you. And you know what? I'm just going to let DR read it out to you because I think it's going to blow your mind. So here we go, DR, give it to us.
TL, Doctor, describes Gunrun as most well-connected Twitch staff. Lost $2.5 M in
2.5 million.
Even with aggressive growth, they still not turn a profit. This includes plans to license Taiga. Uses the fact they raised over $1 for charity to attract investment. Unable to confirm if this includes
Lost
the
$2.5 million in
$500,000
2024.
unpaid. 10 talent managers. Their salaries are included within COGS, cost of goods sold.
Cost of goods sold,
20
why?
to 30 employees.
That makes no sense.
Claims IP licensing will bring in $2.1 million with nothing to back up the number. Initially contained Earl photos of Vshojo talent which we've redacted. Scamming assholes paid themselves and screwed the talent.
Initially contained IRL photos of Vshojo talents that have been redacted. Are you fucking kidding me? You lost 2.5 million and you fucking dox people. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? I'm not gonna go through all these slides, chat, because to be frank with you, it doesn't matter. Not anymore, because
they don't own any IP to
none
license
of these things
still?
really even matter. Yeah, they don't even own IP licenses of the talents. How the fuck is that gonna work? Yeah, how the fuck is that gonna work? That makes no sense. So I'm clicking on my links here. So here's a statement from Alex
Other bad
about the
companies know
Vshojo
not to
pitch
dox
deck.
their talents.
I mean, that's horrible. That's beyond horrible, chat. Literally including actual pictures of them. So here is a statement from Alex about the Vshojo and the pitch deck. So let me open this up and I'll read it to you. So over the past year, Vshojo has faced extremely challenging. Rough. Okay. Over the past year, Vshojo has faced an extremely challenging situation involving mismanagement from upper management, which only came to light just before its closure. It's now been officially announced that Vshojo has ceased operations. Taking this opportunity, I'd like to finally speak publicly about my experience at Vshojo and my prior role at Cover. This post addressed the misunderstandings and rumors stemming from a leaked pitch document created by Vshojo's US team, which have been circulating online recently. This document has led to incorrect perceptions of my role and involvement. The entire entertainment industry thrives on trust, and I deeply regret not only that Vshojo has lost the trust of its talents and staff, but also my name has been misrepresented in a manner inconsistent with the facts. First, let me clarify my role at Cover Corp. I serve as an advisor in business planning at Cover, as accurately reflected in my LinkedIn profile. This can be verified by Cover executives, team members, or the talents themselves. However, for some reason, Vshojo's material referred to me as the Gen 1 director, which is factually incorrect. The misinformation has also led to confusion with Omega, a figure who was publicly disliked by some talents at the time. In reality, my role was to address the root of the issue, and I was the one who led the efforts to remove Omega. When I first joined Cover, my primary mission was to identify and resolve issues within the overseas team. Later, I collaborated with the CEO and CFO on strategic planning for IPO preparations, addressing challenges in the ID teams, and establishing an international business division for global expansion. Even after the IPO, I continue to support the overseas division as an advisor. During my 3 years at Cover while working on larger scale projects, I faced a significant decision whether to reallocate to the US for the establishment of a new branch or to choose a different path. At the time, I received an offer from Vshojo that allowed me to stay in Japan, and due to the personal circumstances, I chose that option. Regrettably, that decision turned out to be a significant mistake. That said, working with Vshojo's Japan team was an incredibly meaningful and proud experience. Despite being a small team, we operated with high efficiency, generated profits, and successfully launched a new Vtuber group Nova. You guys probably remember Nova from past coverage, right? Although the company no longer exists, I, along with the former Japanese staff, am fully committed to supporting Nova and the Japan-based talents so they continue their activities. The events that affected Vshojo talents, including IMALs, came as a major shock to the Japanese team as, we were completely unaware of the internal situation until recently. Financial management was entirely controlled by the U.S. headquarters, and neither the Japanese branch president nor I was informed that payments to the Japanese-based talents were outstanding. So they were kept in the dark on that one, chat. We deeply are frustrated that such a decision was made, despite the ability to make those payments. I initially joined Vshojo to assist with fundraising efforts, but during investment negotiations, this is somebody who was part of the Japanese branch. I initially joined Vshojo to assist with fundraising efforts, but during investment negotiations, I grew suspicious when critical financial documents were not provided by upper management. In hindsight, I now understand this was all intentionally concealed. Early on, there were numerous concerns about the company's management, and the Japanese branch president and I were exploring the possibility of operational separation, but it was already too late. I feel profound disappointment regarding this series of events of Vshojo. At the same time, I'll continue to provide as much support as possible to ensure the former talents can continue activities with peace of mind. Thank you for reading this to Nian, and please feel free to reach out with any questions or concerns. Sincerely, Alex Kiyoshi. So we finally have somebody from the Japanese branch kind of taking some responsibility for this and talking about what's going on. But, wow. It sounds like they were even kept in the dark about most of this stuff, chat. Wow. I mean, this is a huge revelation, chat. What do you think about this? Yeah, it feels like Alex and the Japanese branch president, they also got screwed over as well. They were sabotaged. That's a good way to put it, Alex. Paul Steve, we're talking about the all the Vshojo stuff going on. I think we can, considering that they want to make a statement and they're being forthcoming and actually like trying to answer questions. They said reach out with questions or concerns. I really feel like they're actually trying to do the right thing. I'm more really inclined to believe it because they're trying to help people. Yep, just more corpo corruption, chat. Crazy. Let's get a look here at what a Sea Dog had to say about this situation as well, guys.
In other news, before we jump into Metal Gear, obviously you guys, I'm sure you all saw the Vshojo released a statement. Well, I suppose Gun did. And that, wow. Yikes.
He said just yikes.
Aware, clean your room. One thing I did want to, I think is important to note is that
yeah, that is a lot.
Still pressuring people to like be like, look, the NDAs. The NDAs don't exist anymore. You can talk about it. And it's like,
that's not always true.
So I literally was talking, when I was talking to a lawyer before this all, I was asking him, I was like, I don't think they have money to sue. So like, surely the NDA is like unactionable. And he was like, well, fun fact about the NDA. No. You can, when the company goes into bankruptcy.
Exactly, Power, exactly.
A little bit of the details about this. The NDA can, like, whoever the debtors are, whoever claims it, can action on the NDA to get more money. So, people
That's
who are
crazy.
like, I can say what I want. It's like, yeah, you can probably say it. It probably might be fine. But, and I was like, but then why would they, and I was wondering, I was like, but surely there's no motive to want to follow up on the NDAs, like a random third party. And then, you know, I guess
they might.
It doesn't, you know, if you're like a big investor
they
with
might.
a fuck ton of money, maybe blowing $500K on a lawsuit to maybe get your money back is not a big deal. That's not saying you shouldn't say anything. I'm just saying I didn't like people were like, it's like, everyone can say what they want now.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want. Like, that's not the case. Like, there are other things surrounding it, right, that you have to be careful with. But at the same time, some people will speak up, right, because they're not worried about it. But
they went off. I mean, look, it could also be different, you know. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, we already looked at Legal's video about it, but yeah, he did talk about that as well.
I was like, I don't want other people to think that everyone should just start saying everything. I'm like, because my even the attorney I normally use, he was like, yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I'd want you to talk to a bankruptcy lawyer and then a defamation lawyer. I was like, oh, that sounds expensive.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, chap. Because I'm sure that Connor has some information, especially being connected to Mouse, especially talking about his work with Mousy and Vshojo. I'm sure he has some information that he hasn't been able to talk about for quite a while, chat. So I've been looking forward to this, but I did want to point out what Connor had to say, because he's absolutely right. Some people are like, hey, you got to talk to lawyers and this and then that. You got to talk to this. Like, there's just so many things into it, chat. So I urge anybody that does have information just to be careful. Talk to the right people before you reveal information if they okay that, right? Because I do want to go take a look here. I know we were just talking about him. I do want to go take a look here at not the most recent, but the next to most recent Legal Mindset video. And literally he talks about how Gunrun confessed to a crime in their official statement. So let's get the legal side of this with Legal Mindset. I've been looking forward to watching this one because he really does hit you with the good stuff.
Vshojo has just confessed to a crime, specifically fraud related to the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
They literally
IRIAM
admitted
is
to it.
charity that she has been championing for a very long time. And we have
there is no way that they put out that statement with any type of like approval from a lawyer. It literally, I'm pretty sure Gunrun just slapped that thing out as he booked his ticket to fucking, I don't know, Madagascar or something, wherever he went,
Statement from the CEO, which just blatantly confesses to it and shows not just that fraud, but also wild mismanagement of company funds.
I would say, Captain, that if Connor was he was advised to talk to lawyers and stuff like that before time out anything, I will bet you money there were NDAs that he had to sign as well.
For a significant period of time. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire. This is a Legal Mindset where we teach you to be your own judge. And this is a fast facts premiere giving you the short, quick summary version of what's going on today. Now, they are in a
I would still, my thing about it, it's just, there's so much things with legality, right? Like, there's so many little, tiny little asterisks, so many laws that you just might not be aware of. Get a professional, that's their job. Ask them if it's okay, right? Because you might Google, oh, it's okay, but then you miss the important stuff. So you really just have to be careful, guys.
It's massive hot water. And I told you guys days ago that this was going to lead to insolvency. This was going to lead down the road to bankruptcy. And we have today a confirmation, and I was entirely right.
Yeah, just like Vshojo,
They're going to go absolutely
just get a lawyer with an expired
bank,
license.
Right? It's done. They're in the red. They've got massive amounts of debt. They're not profitable. They weren't profitable even with everybody there. There's no way to get back to profitability.
Yeah, just do that. That'll work out great.
And this has more severe consequences than just losing your Twitch emojis, which happened today on Twitch. The Gun Run Global emote is gone. But they have a lot bigger problems than losing cute emotes. So we're going to look at the statement by the Gun Run.
Your lawyer. Yes, Trust Grok AI is your lawyer. Yes, I would like to call to the stand Chat GPT.
And why this statement is absolutely insane, why it's a confession, and also why it doesn't get anybody out of personal liability, why they're still going to be held liable regardless of this statement.
Yeah.
This statement doesn't move the yard line, doesn't shift anything
really it doesn't shift
far,
the goalposts.
because this statement is only a confession and does not remove any liability of him as CEO or
Jarvis, win my court case.
Or even personal liability, which
Jarvis,
is
get
very,
me out of
very clear
embezzlement
in this when you look at the factual situation. So let's read through the statement very, very carefully, and then I'm going to analyze it after we go through it. So here's a statement from Vshojo. This is on their X account, so you can go over and read that yourself. And this is obviously unedited, etc. So I'm going to read this. Vshojo.
I'm gonna let him read this, chat, because he does have some commentary in here in between lines that is really important. So
has failed, and
I'm not gonna skip it, even though we've seen it a bunch of times.
The company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today I am sharing the difficult news that Vshojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point.
Yep.
I've been doing everything I can to fundraise. Now I'm going to pause there with fundraise. When he says fundraise, a lot of people may think that's a bake sale, or this is some sort of selling cookies or whatever else. No. This is begging for money. He's talking about loans. So fundraising, he is talking about loans.
Yeah, so we're kind of cooked, and so we're gonna have a bake sale out back to raise money for Vshojo. Do you want a brownie or a chocolate chip cookie?
He's talking about trying to borrow
Bruh.
to keep the company going. Let's be very
Bruh.
clear about that. So,
Yeah, he took the
and
money, right?
right
It's not
to ship
difficult.
These past few months, I'm going to stop there as well. Months? No. This thing has been having a problem for over a year. This is a thing that is, they've been in financial hot waters for a very long time. This is not something that happened
I
yesterday.
remember that, Hades.
It's not something that happened last month. This has been going on for a significant period of time. But despite my efforts, we're in a worse position. And those I care about now are paying the price. Over the past few years, we raised...
I don't know if this is a story of someone's pride or stupidity, chat, because for me, it's like, oh, guess what? To me run business, me need money. Me no make money, me no run business. Like, it's that easy. Like, me have banana store. Me no have money to buy banana. Me no sell banana. Like, it's that simple to me. So how have we got to this point, chat? How have we got to this point? I don't understand. I literally don't understand. It's that simple of a process. I don't get it. I literally don't get it.
Around $11 million to pursue a
I just
bold
can't think that way.
talent-first approach in VTubing,
I guess I can't
prioritizing
just think that
creators
way.
and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. I can't even imagine how he wrote that with a straight face, given what's happening right now. I cannot believe he
so
sat out
right.
and wrote that. Oh, this is what we wanted to do. This is what we're doing. No, you completely and utterly failed on that consistently over all the
years.
You abused and
now we know too that they lost 2 point whatever amount of money. How much was it, guys? $2.5 million in 2024. Bro, you squandered $2.5 million in 2024. How the fuck do you do that, bro? What were you doing? Fucking flying with flying Lamborghinis? Like, what were you doing? How much cocaine did you have, bro? How do you spend $2.5 million? Lose that much money in talents that are raking it in. Guys, think about how much money Vshojo as a whole was bringing in through merchandise and sponsorships. How do you lose that much money, bro? I'm in shock. I legitimately cannot fathom the level of stupidity that went into this.
Gaslit your talent over the long term into non-sustainability. You spent your money on wild advertising in Shibuya and everywhere else, just going out and trying to promote and advertise, spending money you didn't have to try to push these talents in places that wouldn't help them. You weren't giving them what they needed. What they needed was a paycheck, the gun run, not some weird station advertising. Okay,
I swear, chat, one day, when everything cools off and I'm done VTubing myself, I'm going to open a fucking agency. I'm going to open an agency, chat. And it will literally be the most simple agency of all time. Because I will tell you, there's not, at its core, chat, an agency is not that hard to run. You make money on certain things, you pay out certain people for that stuff, that's it. It's not that hard, and you don't spend money where you don't need to spend it. Yeah, welcome to Milky Agency. You're hired.
Let's continue here.
Congratulations.
Our funding went directly to creators through generous splits to view investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. No, that didn't actually happen. We also wanted our talent to own the IP, which we knew was a unique creator-first approach for an agency. Now, that did happen.
Yeah, we already talked about that, Angel.
The talents do own the IP. I've read the contract. That's true. However, despite all of our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain that model, and we ran out of money. Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money... Here we go. Here's the confession.
I made a joke about that like a year ago.
I acknowledge. So I am saying this happened. Some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity.
Yep.
So he is confessing to the fact that they diverted funds which were intended to pay their talents And they're calling them talents, by the way, because if they call them employees, they'll be screwed under labor law.
I'm just
Yeah, so they're trying to
saying,
call them
do we
independent
need an agency?
contractors.
Something like Mythic would be cool, but a corpu? I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
mean,
those are
I don't think
dead.
corpos are dead, but a lot of people are going to carry that rhetoric that corpos are bad. And in a way, if a corporation is ethically run, like let's say like Lucid or SVA, I think that it is fine. I think groups are going to be the way to go, though. Talent management agencies, things like that.
They're using the language, specifically talent, because they know that they're trying to frame talents, independent contractor. We're going to get out of that. So they owed money to the talents and they spent it. They misallocated it.
Yep.
And then he goes on to say,
I mean, if you really want to know my thoughts, I would make he and I would come together because Vaifu was always meant to be a group. It's how we can get it off the ground, right? But I mean, it's gonna come back. Don't worry, working on that for later this year. But Vaifu will make it come back as a group. But Vaifu is actually run through TrueTuber because TrueTuber is our business, right? It's already a licensed business. You can go and look up our business number, right? So we would run it through TrueTuber.
so some of the money spent by the company, so saying it was spent by the company, right? Misallocated, was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned, keyword he put in later
learned. Yeah, okay,
learned.
bullshit.
The words later learned are him
I watched that video this morning,
trying
Iron.
to
It was a good
get
one.
off the hook personally. He
I
said,
didn't put it in today's
later
news, but it was a good
learned
one.
was intended for a charitable initiative. What he's trying to do here is say, oh, I didn't have personal knowledge of where the money was going in my company. You know, dollars come in, dollars go out. I don't know anything that's going on. I had no idea, no knowledge.
Ignorance is not a excuse from the law.
That this money should have gone to a charitable initiative. We just got a massive amount of money. We just got $500,000. And it just slipped through the cracks. That's like a couple pennies just falling in the couch. In no world does this hold up under any sort of investigation.
Yep.
Even the most
Exactly.
cursory investigation. You need to know where $500,000 goes. This is not 250. It's not
Even he was
350.
at the event, yep.
This is $500,000 that just poof went somewhere. And as the CEO,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
certainly have the
It's your job.
responsibility to understand the major financial operation.
Exactly. That's the thing. As a CEO, you have, I think it says this later, a fiduciary responsibility to understand the financial aspects of your company. That's it.
Of your company. And yes, there's other officers that are on the line here. I know I can hear Tectone in the background skipping up. It's not just a gun run. Yes, okay, chill, Tectone, chill, bro. We all respect you, but you know you got to calm down. Of course, there's other people that manage the finances. There's other officers. There's the CFO that quit. There's a management.
I mean, he's
officer
right, though.
that quit.
Tecton was like, it's everybody. Everybody's the enemy. Take them all down. Like, bro, we don't know yet. You know, we got to wait.
There's other officers that have left.
Yeah, I've seen
We talked
Tecton
about
go
the
on about
officer
that.
left 2 months ago, and he just posted, he tagged Gun Run. He's like, bro, what's going on? No, bro. Sorry, bro. Leaving 2 months
Yeah,
ago
Mountain Dew
doesn't
is
get you
gonna
off the
get-
hook. This thing has been going.
I mean, when it first came out, I really thought Mountain Dew was kind of like separated from it with this reaction. But I didn't know all these stories. Nobody did. So we have to adjust based on evidence,
on
right?
for a while, at least in terms of the people not being paid, and also in terms of the charity misallocation. This is something that was done in the past. So
Yeah,
if you
Gunrun
were
just
there
surrounded
as an
himself with
officer
friends,
2 months ago
not
when you quit,
professionals.
you're not necessarily off the hook. When the investigation looks at this and they get into the emails, they get into the documents, they get into, okay, what happened here? There at some point is going to be revealed a number of people, not just the gun run, but definitely including the gun run,
Yep.
that were involved in taking those funds and putting them other places. There were
I agree.
discussions that were had. So, and even if they were had in person, someone's going to crack, someone's going to break. No one wants to go to federal prison.
Bro, Mountain Dew went from Baja Blast to Code Red. Holy shit.
This is wire fraud. This is misallocation of funds. This is violation of various other state and federal laws. This is no good, right? And assuming, once again, on the face that all the facts we have are true, which I have no reason to believe because they've confessed
Yeah,
this
I
now.
didn't do anything.
They said,
I
no,
just
we
didn't know.
actually misallocated the funds. There's no further proof needed other than getting into who's liable. And if we can pierce the corporate veil, that means holding individual officers, individual employees
That's what the
responsible
investigation will
personally
do.
for these misdeeds. Yes, we need more investigation as to piercing the veil, as to certain people and certain individuals, etc. And I do think there's a strong possibility that that may happen. And I indeed hope that happens for some of these people trying to sink their head in the sand and say, oh, I later learned. No, bro. And let's show the proof here too. Let's show the proof here too. The gun run knew. He knew.
Well, I mean, I showed you guys a bunch of proof in it too, but it's really funny. He's like, oh, I didn't know. Like, bro, you went to the events IRL.
Mouse, October 1st, 2024.
I mean, it could be a long time. We don't know.
October 1st, 2024, saying you did it, Mouse. And really, the only thing that he needs to know is the feds will
What's up, Nixie? How are
be
you?
looking at this post, right? So that's all he needs to know. Live tweeting during a Fast Facts. But yes, no, that's all we need to know is that statement is there. We've got pictures of him with Mouse fundraising. So we see this guy out there
There's
fundraising.
evidence. They can literally use that in court chat.
He knew at the time, afterwards, before.
He's
He knew
gonna
at
run.
all points of this. He knew what was going on. He was not an ostrich with his head in the sand. He knew what was going on. Let's finish the statement.
He's going to
Let's finish
run.
the statement.
He will not show
At
up
the
for
time,
court,
we
I
were
promise.
working hard to raise additional capital to cover our costs, and I firmly believed, based on information available, we would be able to do so and cover all expenses.
Then why didn't you share that with your talents? Why didn't you share that with your staff? Why did you not have a meeting with all of Vshojo and said, hey guys, I just want to let you know, we're not doing that great financially, but you know what? Based on my current information and trajectories and stuff, I think we're going to make it out. You could have been transparent, you could have been honest, and none of this would have happened. If anything, I bet your Iron Mouse would have, and everybody, probably all of the talents, would have come together to make sure that the business continued. But you went the route of lying to everybody and deceiving them. This could have gone so differently had you actually tried to do your job.
That means is
we would understood,
they were trying to
dude.
get a loan. They used the money they didn't have, right? They misallocated the charity money, right, to try to pay current expenses because they thought they could get another loan. They were already in debt. They were already $2 million in debt, and they couldn't do it. And it says right here, we were unsuccessful in our fundraising efforts. I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences. I am deeply sorry. So right there, that last one too, guys, that last one is very true. I made the decision to pursue funding. What that means is he made the decision to not pay the talent.
Yep.
And to keep the ship going a little longer.
Yep.
So instead of paying the talent, even if that meant they would have had to close down,
staff.
instead of doing what was right and just, he decided to push it down the line.
I mean, I don't think he had a choice, to be honest. You know what I mean? I don't think he had a choice. Like, he was legally bound to pay the staff, right? Because of employee laws. But regardless, people got screwed out of money at the end of the day, right? And wherever that money did or didn't go, it's still fucked up.
He knowingly did this, guys. He knowingly did this.
Oh, yeah, no. We already knew that.
This is, I rarely go off. I try to stay legal and objective here. But morally, this is a horrible decision. I mean, and I think this is something that's pretty non-controversial, right? If you see that you're failing, you're in debt, you're not doing well, right? You have to, at some points, be realistic, be adults. An adult has to come in the room and say, we need to cut this and we need to do what's right.
That's a big thing for me too, chat. Like, had Gunrun looked at this situation, assessed and said, we're going to have to make hard decisions, but these are the morally correct and ethical decisions, things would have been so different right now. But instead, he just, I don't know what the fuck he did, bought more cocaine or I don't know.
We need to pay people out. And look,
I'm
sure if they talked to the
Gunrun,
talent and said, hey, we're not doing well, right? We're not doing well. We need to pay the employees, right? And hey, maybe everybody across the board, including employees, we're all going to take, including the CEO, we're all going to take a haircut. Everybody at the business has to take a 25% haircut across the board because we're hurting, right? And we're all going to be in this as a team. Okay, whatever. You could have had that conversation. You could have done something. But they decided not to do that. They decided to benefit certain people at the expense of others.
Yep.
It's absolutely deplorable behavior and potentially criminal. finishing up here.
I mean,
I'm
I
deeply
think it
sorry
is
to
at
all
this
the
point.
talent, staff, friends, and community members who believe in our
Considering
brand.
the labor
You do
laws
not
in
deserve this.
California.
No, and the Immune Deficiency Foundation didn't deserve this either, right? And certainly what this deserves and what this will get is criminal investigation into exactly how this went down, who made those decisions, and how that funding exactly got misallocated. So that is going to be happening absolutely for sure.
That's
I'm going to
gonna
be
be
covering
crazy.
this as it gets more serious, as it gets investigated, and I will catch you on the next one.
That's gonna be crazy, chat. I mean, that's gonna be wild. But he's absolutely right, guys. Just again, these people wanted to move funds to certain people, not give it to the people that it was supposed to go to. Milking the cow, the cash cow, the talents, and on top of that, they were not properly doing what they needed to do to run the business and keep it actually afloat. They could have been transparent, and they decided not to. Veteran also owns a backpack company, so right? No. They came out with a statement that said that he was not involved with that past like 2018 or something, but I don't think he owns it. I thought he just had like initial investment or something like that. But no, I don't think he owns it. Yeah, we looked at it the other day, and I have to re-reference it because I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure the owner of the company said that they weren't involved or anything like that anymore. There's legal mindset stuff, so I do want to show you at least some things going on. That's happening around us right now, chat. So, number one, Zin is actually teased a brand new model, despite everything going on. Zin said, "Hell yeah!" Looks like we're gonna get a little bit of a ninja-esque looking, hyper ninja looking Zintrea. So this looks super badass. I'm really excited for this. Yeah, this looks awesome. On top of that as well, IMAS also is teased a new outfit coming up on August 4th. I'm really excited for that one. This looks super cute, like the skulls on the top here. So get excited for that, chat. I write that down on your calendar. So what I did want to show you really quick were some things that Mousy was saying the other day on her stream. Because of everything going on, Mousy really thought she might graduate. Let's take a look at what she said.
But, on the bright side, even though all this stuff happened, on the bright
Shark?
side,
How are you?
I'm reconnecting with old friends that I have not spoken to, and we just been discussing things that we did not realize was affecting stuff.
I can only imagine the conversation she's had with other people that are coming forward, right? And be like, oh yeah, like guess what? They did this to me. Oh my God, they did that to me too. I mean, it's gotta be crazy. Yo, what's up? How's it going? God, good to see you. Welcome in. The Mighty Mouse Raid. We'd love to see you. Well, it's great to see you all. My name is Allied Heavy Metal Up, and today we are discussing some VTuber news. Actually talking about Mousy right now, talking about she was saying that she was almost graduated because of everything going on. So how was your stream? Yeah, what'd you do today?
Yeah, so that's like part of the reason why I've been kind of like having like a mental crisis, because
I
I'm
would too.
realizing a lot of things that have been told to me, and things that have happened.
Oh, he crashed out, and it was so deserved.
I'm just gonna say, there are just things that I can't talk about yet, but as soon as I can, I will talk about them. And I'm really hoping that I can talk about them soon, because it feels like I find out more and more horrific stuff, and it's just doing my head in.
You gotta have some patience and some grace for all the talents, right, chat? Because they're going through so much. You're still healing from this in a professional, mental, emotional sense, right? So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So please have some patience for them. Yo, what's up, Wolf? How are you? Thank you for the raid.
A lot.
What's up, cutie?
Thank you for the gifted subs, Wolf Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you did meme review. Let's go. I love that. Love that, love that. Yeah, we need some laughs right now, so I have a good one, kitty.
You did the right thing. It has come to my attention that there are certain individuals that have been saying that I did a horrible thing. But that's their opinion. I'm trying to like...
What did she do?
Delicately talk about things in a way.
No, Mousy didn't do shit. What are you talking about? She's a victim here. Who says that? I would have a private conversation with anybody. And anybody that said that she fucked up or did wrong, I would have a private conversation. How dare you say that?
It worked. I'm kind of talking
I
about
don't even want to. Don't even send that my way. I don't even want to see that stuff in my timeline. I don't want to see that in my news channel. I will go to their online profile and leave a very scathing comment, and then I will go to their house and sell their favorite gaming station at the pawn shop. I don't know. Don't stop being mean to Mousy. He's already been through enough.
In my video, I stated that I was guilt tripped and said things. I was just sad to see that, like, still even now, somehow I am being blamed for things, and it's like,
that's so wrong. That's so wrong. Like, she didn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna leave you a fucking roast beef and cheddar from Arby's. You'll shit yourself for the next 5 days. Congratulations. But Mousy, she didn't do anything. She got led on. What are these people on, bro?
I just need to keep on reminding myself that I didn't do anything wrong, and this isn't my
People
fault,
are
even though I
stupid.
feel like it is my fault, and even though I feel like I did.
Girl, it is
everything
not your
wrong.
fault. People are just stupid.
How Ato was exploding. Oh yeah. You know, it pained me to tell him things, but given the circumstances, I had to tell him. It was a lot, and I hadn't even told him everything. Just keep that in mind. There's a lot more, but I can't talk about it. By the way, my lawyer watched the whole stream. My return stream, my lawyer watched the whole thing.
Just to make sure.
He said
I love
he
that.
was having so much fun, and he said that I was so funny. He couldn't stop watching, and then he went to bed, and then he said he woke up and he was shocked to see that I was still alive. And I'm like, oh my
That's
god,
crazy.
I'm so sorry. And
That is crazy, Drag.
Mother was
I literally cannot fathom
no,
that.
You're so
I
funny
can't.
and entertaining. And I'm like, oh, okay, well.
I heard about
Sorry
that
you
ninja.
had to see all that. Sorry you had to see all that, man. Is your lawyer a weeb? No. No, but I think we can convert. I think we can. We can make my lawyer a weeb. I mean, they never knew what a VTuber was. I gave him a crash course.
I can't imagine coming into this industry, right? Like being like, hey, so I'm your lawyer. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, so welcome to the world of VTubers. Like, it's just to be like, holy shit. You know, like, oh my god, wait, what? Imagine.
And what a crash course did I give?
What's up, Dream?
Did I give him? That, you know, that, like, imagine it's like, you meet this lawyer and you're like, okay, you contact your lawyer, you're like, hey, and your lawyer doesn't know what a VTuber is. And like, so this is what a VTuber is, this is what I am. It was like, I hit my lawyer with like a truck. And I have, the lawyer that I have now is very, skilled in these sort of things.
That's
Because,
good,
you know,
that's good.
Lawyers like specialize in stuff.
This lawyer probably is going to be like, this is probably a really big case for them. You know what I mean, chat? Most lawyers don't get cases like this. So this is probably like an actually big deal for them, you know? Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just Iron Mouse's lawyer. No big deal.
So he's well versed in the stuff that we're dealing with right now, which is very complicated, you know? But I love my lawyer. Good being. I'm kind of like at this point where it's like, I don't sleep for like 2 days and then I just pass out. You know what I mean?
That's a mood.
Have you ever been through that?
Oh yeah, Mousy.
Guys?
All the time, girly, all the time.
don't sleep for like 1 to 2 days,
All the
and then
time.
you pass out from exhaustion because you feel like you're living in a
Okay, Mouse,
in
time
a
to fess
living
up. Why in
nightmare.
Horse Girl game?
Oh my god! Before I forget, that being said, guys, I think I need to mention this on stream. I've been getting so many emails and DMs about people either asking me to join their VTuber corpo.
So this is the next part that I wanted to show you guys. This is kind of also her message about corpo related stuff, right? So many people are reaching out to her about it. So Mousy has some choice words. Guys, number one, it's way too soon. Leave her the fuck alone.
Or their content creator corpo?
Like, give her time.
Or their content creator agency? Or people asking me to help me in creating my own corpo? Yeah, can you like not? How about don't do that? How about don't do
It's
that?
too soon.
How about no?
Even if she does or doesn't, right? Like, let her be. Give her time.
How about do not? Don't fuck with me, bro. You think I'm fucking around? I ain't joking, bitch. I need a tiny bit of break. I need some
seriously.
time to be indie. Yeah, I'm like...
I think the one thing, too, is, like, she needs time to reconcile with everything that's happened, you know? It's like, all this shit just happened, chat. We've been talking about this for multiple days. And, guys, we are not even directly involved. We're loosely involved, right? We're watching from the sidelines. The only, like, involvement I have is the former staff member that leaked some information to me. And that is like super loose. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to me that people are expecting her to like immediately get on stuff so quickly. Like, guys, we're still all reeling from this. And I'm on the sideline. Like, I can't even imagine for her, you know? Yeah, it just comes up as disrespectful.
Dude, it's only been a few days. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, put me in the shadow realm, bro. I'm out.
I don't have much, but here's my small token of appreciation for all the hard work, for all that you put into this stream and to support IDF.
Thank you so much.
You need all the love and support
Exactly,
right
Dream.
now.
Don't say that. I'm gonna start crying. Don't say that. I'm gonna start crying. Don't be nice to me. I'm gonna
It
cry.
sounds like
I don't know what I did to get so lucky. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for being here. Honestly, every time I take a break, especially these days, I feel like I want to come back and nobody's gonna be here.
It's crazy to me that people don't let people process stuff. It's always like, well, come on. Like, guys, let people heal through these stuff. Like, stop fucking bothering them.
Chronically ill woman needs therapy and just went through something incredibly traumatic.
Exactly.
What kind of sociopath shit is this?
Exactly.
It happened a week ago.
I'm going through it. I'm like going through this crisis right now where it's like I feel like the past 5 years of my life have been a lie, and I'm kind of like going through it. I'm sorry. I love you guys too. Thank you for listening to me and for being patient with me and putting up with me.
I mean, it's true. Like, imagine, guys, this thing that you built up that you worked so hard on just turns out to be a lie. It's almost like a relationship, chat. Have you ever had a relationship and been cheated on and you've been with them for a long time? That's kind of what it feels like. It's just betrayal and something that you built up. And yeah, this is obviously a different comparison, but it hurts, you know?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be kind of emotional for the next, I don't know.
I shared it
For a
and I have
while.
had the charity link pinned in the chat I've done this week. I wanted to show my appreciation for you making me feel less alone.
Thank you. You guys make me feel less alone.
Just kind of some statements from some other parties. Yeah, we also talked about Christian VTuber, well, quote unquote Christian VTuber, that said that whole being that, you know, let me just show you. Let me go grab it really quick. If I have it. I don't think I have it. Fuck. I don't know where it went. I don't know. Anyway, there was this person saying that, you know, being in a same-sex relationship is a sin. Yeah, and he got kicked out of IRIAM, and he was like, oh yeah, like, it's a sin. Don't celebrate Pride Month. Yeah, it's really great. Really, really nice stuff, Yeah, really nice stuff, fam. Another one. Oh, I'm sure, like, I didn't show it to you yet. I'll show it to you later. I have to go find the link because I deleted it already. But yeah, it was just this guy said he's like a Christian VTuber. He tried to debut with IRIAM. IRIAM no longer allowed him to debut. And he said that same-sex relationship is a sin, and we shouldn't be celebrating Pride Month. It was really, really nice, huh? Yeah, really great. Oh yeah, no, not the first time that I know you've heard it, and not be the last that you or I hear it. But so we were just talking about how people do not look at the Bible as people do not look at modern day changes in society and update their thought processes. Instead, they just look at this book that's like 1,000 years old and go, oh, well, that's the truth forever. It's yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all your support. Thank you
We'll
for
always
supporting
be here
everybody.
for you,
all
Mom.
the
It's really
girls,
sad, Evan. We deal with it all the time.
all the girls, Nova, the monster girls, which by the way, there is a fourth monster girl, and she is a friend of mine, and I hope you guys can also support her and show her a lot of love when she's ready to step forward. Yeah, she's a friend of mine, and
Mousy, I
love her.
hope
I
you
love her
have
so
great
much.
day.
But
Lots of love for you,
I know
Mousy.
she will. I know
Donate
she will do
plasma.
fine.
And guys, we already heard Pia kind of repeat the same thing, right? We need to wait for her to come forward, right? So don't pressure anybody.
When she's ready to step forward, I just want you guys to show her a lot of love. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Hey, Mouse.
Thank you guys so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. Hold on.
But that's exactly what I do outside. I literally do that when I'm about to cry. I'm
I'll
just
be
like
honest with you.
point away
I
from
would
the
be
mic.
lying if I didn't say if I said yesterday, like these
Hey,
past
I'm
few
from
days.
Boston and I'm wicked smart.
What
So
the-
maybe I
what?
sound like Harley Quinn. I don't know. Either way, this model is incredible.
Thank you. These past few days, like I've been like, you guys are not gonna like me saying that.
It's like the iMouse
You guys are not
DPS.
gonna like what I'm gonna say. I like these past few days.
I didn't know that
just wanted
Dynamaster, but I
to
believe it.
Disappear and just never stream again.
That's so sad.
Just
to see something that he's so passionate about and loves so much, to see that taken away from her, that sucks. That hurts so much to even hear. And I'm so glad that she wants to continue, because it would break my heart if she quit. Yeah, I'm glad she's pushing through it.
But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because, you know, not good. Not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You know, it's just how I feel. It's just how I feel. Like yesterday, like I was just straight up doing nothing, and I never do nothing. I always like doing stuff, you know. So today I was trying
I
to
don't
work
blame
on
you.
stuff, and I was trying to get like
We all need
I was
time for
trying
ourselves,
to
you know?
catch up on work today. The last thing I want to do, work. I had to look at my analytics, which I didn't want to look at. But I was pleasantly surprised when I looked at my analytics to find out that my audience is now 38% female. So ladies,
Let's go!
thank you for being here. Thank you,
Let's
ladies.
go!
Thank you, ladies.
I know, I love this new model.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you for being here, my ladies. Women.
Bro, I think last time I
Right,
looked, my audience was like 99% male. Like, it's been a while.
Men.
It's been a while.
Yeah, 30%. That's a lot. For a VTuber, that's a lot.
I've ever
Guys,
seen.
don't worry. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not going anywhere. I've been through horrible, horrific things. I'm stubborn. I'm not gonna go anywhere. Don't worry.
All we can
Not
do
playing
is be
with,
supportive.
but I
Don't
can't-
riot or cause chaos for someone we
Exactly.
don't know.
Say that
Just
I
be
didn't think
kind,
about it.
everyone.
I mean, just support her, support IDF. That is the that is the lesson out of this, you know. So IRIAM says, thought about quitting. She gave us a message about, of course, the potential people trying to reach out to her. Guys, it's way too soon. Leave her alone. But out of all of this, guys, don't forget that Music Box of Fate did release. This is IRIAM's opera song. If you haven't heard it, it is absolutely incredible. It's so good. The note at the end is just like insane. So I highly recommend you go check it out. It's really, really good. I feel like everyone is getting too parasocial and attached. It's all right to be mad, but holy everyone. Like, when I read everything, Nims, I think sometimes I'm too empathetic and like, I'm really good at putting myself in other people's shoes. But like, I do that and then I get sympathetic, you know? So like, I put myself in their shoes and then I get upset on behalf of them, right? And that's what happened to me and Mousy. I mean, I was very upset, but I'm really glad that we were able to channel it towards something positive, like we did this weekend, right? So, it's hard sometimes because there's people you look up to and people you care about, even if you don't like know them, right? They're your idols, you know, and you see them suffer. It sucks, right? Especially in VTubing. Like, VTubing is a very different, community compared to a lot of other stuff. But what I will say is that I think that channeling into something positive is what Nims is saying, and I agree with that 100%. Channel into something positive. What's up, Jin? How are you? Really, really try to do something good out of it. That's all you can do, guys. Especially in a bad situation, like we've just seen. Craziness. Guys, I literally did not get any time to to cover any other news. So I think we're gonna have some kind of like catch up at some point. I have so many things I don't want to talk about. So many cool things that recently happened. And I want to share that with you. Just number one, my voice is going out. I'm sure you guys can hear it now. I'm kind of falling apart voice wise, and I really need to rest it. On top of that too, I just have another point to stop and cover all this. So we have a lot of Hololive news. I have a lot of other news going on. So I will catch up with you guys on that. Probably on either Friday or Sunday. I'm not sure yet. But I will definitely let you know. I need to rest my voice really badly, guys. So I will be off tomorrow. Already scheduled to take tomorrow off. I will not be around tomorrow, guys. I'm going to purely just rest and not do anything, considering this weekend was nuts. But I will see you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we will do some reacts since we haven't been able to do this for a while. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. We're going to go see Lala. You're great hands. Lala is absolutely amazing and incredible. She's the best. Please give her some love, guys. Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, YouTube, for coming by. Thank you, Twitter friends, for coming by. And guys, I will see you all on Wednesday, okay? I might be in the